Rated R. Rated M for mature.
Goddamn noise. Alright, so look, I'm gonna keep it honest, people. I got a few jobs this evening, so I might not talk much. So that's why I have guests here. And I got 3 other people on this motherfucking side of me. So I can be camera operator. And anyway, hello. How are y'all doing this evening, morning, or afternoon, night, whatever time you're listening or hearing this? My name is Dre, and I am here with, state your name, Zoe.
Young_Pluto on Instagram, and
Hey, Dre,
Hey, Zoe. All right. Yeah, make some motherfucking noise. Yes. And we have returning. I got next. Stage.
What's up? It's your boy Trav, a.k.a. KBQ, a.k.a. at the King Bread from Queens on Instagram.
And we have longtime guest. State your name for the people, sir.
Yeah, man. Through side, it's your boy Light Charcoal. You know the vibes.
Okay. And if you don't know, if you better find out, you can follow us at d.z.n.podcast on Instagram, DZN Podcast Network on YouTube, DZN Podcast on all podcasting platforms. That means Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Podbean, and everywhere else you find podcasts at. And if you want to donate, money sign Retro Soundwave on Cash App so we can do better shit and upgrade ourselves to better and higher places. And if you want to follow me, RETROD.R.E on Instagram. But further ado, you know what we do and how we do. So, by all means, let's get to the shits. That means it's time to rap. If y'all know, let's get to shit. All right.
Hey, Dre,
Yeah!
bro, that came through so perfectly.
In the meanwhile, while things are being taken care of right now, fellas, how has your day been? Excuse me, rather, how has your week been?
Good.
Good.
Unreal.
That's right. You got some good news. More on that a little bit later. More on that. But congratulations just for now. We'll let them know why later, but congratulations for now. For me personally, I would say it's been a lovely experiment. I'll say that much. DZN Podcast. How's your week been?
It's been just another motherfucking week. I'm just doing what she's supposed to motherfucking do. And pretty much, man, just working to get better every damn day. And just strives to survive, man. Finishing up some shit. So, yeah, that's fun.
Always.
Oh, baby.
All right, so let's get to the good news real quick. Tyler, what about your good news? What made your week so
Man, I
so
got
right?
a baby on the way. Exciting stuff.
Nigga said, I had a baby on the way.
Nah, I truly just been blessed with all everything God has given me and what I feel like I work for and what I deserve. So I am make it real short. So I pretty much walked everywhere I've ever worked or anything. So if you ever saw me walking in Raleigh, I was going to work. And
From like 3 o'clock in the morning.
Other than that, first off, they was talking about getting me promoted, but it wasn't really final or anything. But so February 4th, I went to go take my driver's license test or whatever. And I done failed this shit 3 times, and I felt like I was failing my mother. I was failing at life. I just couldn't, I feel like I couldn't succeed. Like I felt like success wasn't for me. But I just locked in one day. I was like, and my girlfriend stayed up on me. She was like, you study for your test? And it was like, and I had made the appointment for February 4th around December, so I had all the time in the world to, get my shit together. Yeah. So she was every day after work, you study for that, you study that book, you study, come on, let's study. Let's do this, let's do that. And I would not lie to her. I was like, yo, babe, I ain't study. Come on, we gotta study, come on. She was always on me. And then next thing you know, I feel like on that, I don't know if anybody else believes, but I believe in God faithfully. February 4th came around, I was ready. I was real confident. I went in there knowing I was gonna pass. But I was tested in the time of doing that. So the very first question, I got it wrong. I was like, damn, bro, it's raps. Like, you get 6 wrong, you get 6 wrong, it's right. It's raps. It's raps for you. So in the midst of that, I was what happened? It was 24 out of 5. So it's do or die right now. My ass good. I ain't gonna lie to you. My ass said. And I passed that bitch. Hey, I cheated, but I fucking
Allegedly.
It's facts. But look, that's what happened, and I literally called my mom, and I was crying. I ain't gonna lie to you, it was tears of joy. I was like, Mom, I really did it, cause I already know, I'm like a fall in line kind of person. It's got to happen like this, or it's not gonna work for me. So I got the license. I got the little learner's permit license, whatever you want to call it. I call it license. They're waiving the test. That's a blessing. I already know how to drive, and
good driver at that.
And then what happened? And then February 5th, I get a call from the regional manager at my job at 8:00 in the morning while I'm trying to get a car the same day. He's like, "Hey Tyler, I heard you were trying to be a sales manager, blase blase." Fuck. Well, I don't think it wasn't regional manager. It was my GM. He was like, yeah, I think we gonna move forward. And then the VP, the vice president of the company, shouted me out on a conference call and emailed me personally saying, I'm proud of you. We glad we got a new sales manager at the outlet. You getting in, and I'm glad you really got a new car and all this other stuff. So after all that walking, even on my Instagram, I posted all my bus passes, everything, like all them trials and tribulations, walking 3 a.m. in the morning, like it all, like I really deserve what I work for. You know what I'm saying? I know the story kind of like everywhere, but let's put it in short. So February 4th, I got my L's. February 5th, I got my car. Then today, I got promoted. So
wow.
And yeah,
Clap it up. Go ahead.
On February, on Black History Month too.
Yeah.
And I got some people mad at me because I'm half the age. I'm telling them what to do. But it's all good.
It don't matter, man. That's room for improvement for everybody, and you doing your thing. I said this to you off camera, man. You literally have been busting your ass. Like my parents have seen you, up early as like 3:00 in the morning, walking from your crib to work, like on a regular. I remember when you were working multiple jobs, like, yo, bro, you mind if I come through? Man, just bring your ass, rest, do whatever you need to before you got to get to your next job. And man, it's paid off, and I'm really proud for you. I'm really happy for you, man. 100%.
What other good news y'all got to share, though?
Whoa. Well, congratulations, first of all.
Yeah. I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, you got some good news?
Good news, bro. Come on.
I don't have any great news or good news.
You alive?
I was going to say you woke up today.
I woke up today.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not everybody got to see that day.
All right, good news for me. I'm still creating, man. I haven't been slacking with the writing. Now lately, I took a hiatus from like seriously writing back in December, I believe. Like it started like late November, and all of December I just took a break from writing. In January, it was kind of rough getting back into my true creative like mindset. It was kind of like half-assed, if you will. But once I started like learning how to write my own scores for piano, it seemed like everything just started juicing back up. So the stuff I'm working on, it's been amplified, and I've really been taking my time on it. And the fact that I'm, feeling more creative than I have been in the past year, that's a good one for me. So I'll take that.
That's good, bro. That's awesome. What about you, Dre?
I'm wrapping up a project I'm working on, so be on the lookout for that.
To be continued.
Okay.
Maybe around March, April-ish.
Okay.
Probably may have something dropping this month as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Oh,
All right.
I forgot. I totally forgot. One of my boys back home, they hit me up, Saturday? So they hit me up Wednesday and asked me how much it would cost me to write a song for them. So I just sold some lyrics for $300.
Oh,
So I'm super stoked on how it came out. I gave him a little bit of the like he's paying me in increments because I'm breaking the song down into increments. I might not keep the whole 300 thing because I'm not the one producing the sound behind it, and I know that cost. But I put him on to the engineer in New York that does that. So I'll probably split that with him. But that's something else I'm really excited about, being able to sell my talents.
That's good.
So I'm super stoked on that. Watch that shit just go to bills though.
Can I ask him a question?
Yeah.
So how did you get to that? How did you basically how did you do it? How did you sell him that?
I didn't. A friend of mine told him that this is what I was doing. He asked him about my company, and I've been a man of faith all my life, but I've been struggling with it throughout the years. And I just thought, my company was not getting enough publicity. But a friend of a friend of mine had hit him up because they were working on something new, and he was like, "Yo, I got this boy. He don't live in New York anymore, but he been writing and creating all his life. I'm like, you should just hit him up, see what's up." So, from one of my closest homies to one of his, and we just started talking. And this is what I told him. I'm like, and this is just how I feel about writing personally. If you have the creative mindset for something you want to talk about, all right, I'm all for it. But if you want to talk about some shit you're not really living, don't plan on living, or just not about it all, I'm not going to do that for you. I'm not going to write that. I'm not going to waste my time. It's a facade. And I'm someone that writes, science fictional stuff all the time and just nonfiction shit, just a bunch of shit. So I'm all for writing, but I feel like when it comes to music, it has to have a truth to it. So he told me what he wanted to say, and I got to hear from my close friend how this guy is, and honestly, man, it just worked, which is crazy because I felt like some of my stuff hasn't been working lately, but no, I think that's another step in the right direction. So that's something I'm very grateful for, to have been thought about from one of my friends growing up, to introduce them to someone else to help me out. So.
Dre, how did you sell your beats? How do you sell your beats?
Just working at the recording studio, that helps a lot. And pretty much having kind of just really grinding and putting yourself out there for the most part, and just promoting and trying to market yourself as a brand. Mm-hmm. And even though I don't sell much because I don't really market my beats like that for real, but if that was my main focus, like selling beats, there'd be kind of a way I would go about it. So, all right, I'll pretty much, of course, one, make the product, make beats every day. Boom. All right. How much, how many, what type, that all depends on either what you want to do. If you had a niche, cool. If you don't, just make whatever the fuck you want to make. Yeah. And then afterwards, figure out a market, or try to look for who's going to buy, who wants your beats. But never pigeonhole yourself into just music. Because a lot of people need production. Content creators, movies.
Right here.
Podcast, TV shows, movies. Now, getting into certain high budget and those, that's going to be a little difficult at first. But if you know some people that get you in, cool. But if you're just starting out doing it independently, research and look for how to get in, or at least how to try to get in those avenues and get through those different type of distribution ways of trying to actually get in contact with certain people, or just hit them up personally, see if they need. Because sometimes people actually, content creators I see sometimes actually post that they're looking for production, and if you can just send it to them and see what happens, and don't just say one person,
right?
Whoever, whenever, wherever. Just keep doing it. However, though, make sure you're business-wise backed and have your stuff, for the most part, know how to copyright your stuff, have your ASCAP, BMI, have all that stuff so you can get paid off your stuff when you do put it up. But
so
also,
you're not like negotiating, like you need this beat for this reason. Like you just send it a beat and it sells itself, right?
Well, hold on, that depends.
That's stuff I want to know.
That depends. It all also have contracts. Make your own contract.
That's the tricky part, 100%.
Contracts, and I would go with policy as well.
Yeah.
Because when I was engineering for people and they'd be like, oh, well, we want to hear it, I had to find out a way to have them listen to it while not having the version that's like, the good version. Because like say if you want apples and I'm like, here's my apples, man, and you take a bite, you can't give it back to me.
Right.
And you don't have to pay me. So I don't know how Dre does it, but when I was mixing mastering for people, I would send them something back with metronome clicks.
Okay.
Metronome clicks or a tag or my tag on it. This is just a producer tag. It'll say, and it'll be in that bitch. It'll be in that bitch real frequent, so you can still hear the quality of the sound of the music that I mixed, but you're not gonna be able to release it.
Yeah, like watermarks.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So now I gave him a poison apple, and he don't want to eat it. So because it looks fucked up, but I can clean it up.
Right, exactly, because you did it on your end. That's another thing. As a writer, I felt like it was kind of difficult to put out because anyone could just take a picture of what you did and then just retype it themselves. I have the original versions of almost everything I've done since I was in first grade. Like I get that from my mother. My mother's a very neat and cleansed, very clean person. She just has everything orderly. And when it comes to my writing stuff, I keep that shit. I always keep that. Sorry, I'm not gonna tell you guys how I do it because you never know who's listening. But when it came to writing the song, I would only send him this is why I said I broke it down into increments. I would only send them the notes you would hear when you were singing it, and the word breakdown for each note. And I would only do that for say one bar phrase. And I'm like, if you got someone that can play that, let me know what you think. You got someone that you can play that, let me know what you think. If I'm just giving them lyrics, then what do you call it? I'd rather have someone I know, and trust there with them. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? During that, so I can send it to them and they can talk to them about what's going on. But it's still tricky, but yeah, the whole the whole watermarking thing, like you said, and the metronome clicks and the whatever you called it to say this is mine. I can take it out.
I ain't gonna lie, that's funny. The metronome clicks.
Nah, it's smart too though. It's very smart too.
Yeah, it's probably
you gonna hear this shit,
smart.
nigga. You gonna hear this click, nigga. The fuck?
And you cannot take metronome clicks out. Like when it's in, when I send it and you hear metronome clicks, that's like, oh, this nigga, oh, he too smart. Nowadays, some people won't even respond back to you because they think they finessed you. Some people won't even listen to it because I send it final mix, blase blase, and then they'll just release it, and then it's click, click, click. And they're like, hey, bro, what's wrong with these clicks? Why you ain't pay me?
Why you ain't pay me, nigga?
Pay me and they come off.
Pay me and they come off.
Bro, think about how hard that is to do with writing, bro. Because there's no way to tell who wrote it. That's why they can't catch Drake. That's why nobody got Drake yet. It's so hard to say that he didn't write that because you don't.
All right. So let me give you an example of what I got. So I don't want to bring her into the podcast, but here we go. So a couple songs I started writing my freshman year through junior year of high school. I had this friend of mine. She would always like sign off on the finalized version of the song, whatever. Just jokingly, like I'd write a song or whatever, and she'd be like, "Oh," she'd write her name and approves or whatever, right? And it'd be the original paper, and I would file that paper somewhere else, take a picture of it, keep it on my phone, and I always save the dates to everything I do. Like I'll write the original dates on it. My signature has almost never changed, and I just make sure I have everything patented. Like this is mine. This is mine. I did it. Like I will fucking fight you on some shit like I lost. I think both of y'all were there for this at one point. I lost a journal. This goes back to trying to keep your shit together. I lost one of my journals on the bus when we were still in high school.
Oh damn!
And I was looking for this shit forever. And I remember I rushed with someone to go back to the bus because we had just got to school. I rushed like on the bus looking and shit. Because they like to switch buses at the end of the day.
Wait,
so
your whole
it was about this big, but it was a song journal.
This big?
It was about this big, and it was a song journal. So I ran back. It's not like it had a bunch of shit in it, but like I think I might have been like maybe halfway done with it, because it would like be my personal thoughts and then a couple lines for a song potentially. Like this is what I think about this, like my own annotations. And I was scared. I'm looking for the shit, and I ran back to the bus. And some shorty on the bus picked it up. I'm like, oh yeah, that's mine. And gratefully, it got the shit back. But I'm a freak when it comes to my shit, man. I'm very protective of my stuff. That's why, honestly, that's why I haven't posted anything about my own stuff on my company site yet. Like, I want it to be patent pending when it's time for me to drop my shit.
But still, though, always remember, like when you officially make something, it is automatically copywritten anyway.
Right.
But niggas still can swipe your shit. But still, by law, your shit is still copyrighted when you, the original, first make it. If you have the metadata and all the stuff to back it up and proof of concept and proof of creating the content, it is automatically copywritten.
Right.
If you want extra protection, you can pay the I forgot exactly at the copyright website for like music and shit, and then trademarks or logos and shit like that.
Oh, okay. So shit. Well, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But
there's a whole bunch of...
That's just the easy way.
I feel like I sound so far away. Well, there's a whole bunch of stuff you can do to make sure that your shit is your own. Like you said, once you already do it, it's already copywritten, but to go the extra level, yeah. But, yeah, trust me, as time permits, I will be doing as much as I can to, I don't know what happened.
I couldn't hear it.
But, what do you call it? I will be doing whatever I can to make sure my shit is, written by me, made by me, and sold by me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I will be very, very precautious with my stuff.
Okay, buddy.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Well, I can tell y'all about an upcoming project. He knows about it. You know about it. I don't think Zoe knows about it. But I do plan on opening up my own studios.
Oh, I know about it.
Yeah. Oh, he told you?
Yeah, I'm in there.
Oh, yeah, for sure?
He said, I'm in there.
Yeah, so it's going to be called Prolific Studios, obviously inspired by Nipsey. I would not know what that word means if it wasn't for him. I'll say that completely. But that's just I don't know why, but when my co-manager now, he was like Prolific Records. I was like, or Prolific Studios. That's what he said. It's like, oh shit, got a little ring to it. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna get the print press next week and start some t-shirts as he makes.
Shit.
We out there. Let me get a 3X, y'all.
As he makes the logo, and whoever wants to wear the shirts, just hit me up. And the shirts are free right now, but when they $35, you can't get shit, motherfucker.
Yo, you and Damien, but all three of you, Dame, collaborate.
Who?
Should collaborate if y'all.
Who's Damien?
Yeah.
He not here right now. He's out, but
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Him, logos, and working with you, that would be great.
Yeah, I'm ready to get it started ASAP.
Bro, let me tell you.
I want everything prolific. I need a logo. I need I need it all. And it's gonna start with t-shirts because that's where the funds and the money gonna come from first.
Right.
Cause I want y'all to be wearing them. People like, damn, bro, where you get that shirt, bro? That's hard, you know. Mm-hmm. You ever wore a shirt your mom got you or something, and then your friends like,
yeah,
and he said it was nice,
and then like, where you get that from, bro?
Yeah, like that's the first thing I said about Zoe's shirt when he walked in. I'm like, that shit
same
nice.
thing, and then like it just grows very slowly, and you see it frequently, and then next thing you know, everybody got one.
And honestly, I think that's what the hardest part has been, because I remember when you were telling me about this, or what you wanted to do for Prolific, trying to come up with the graphic design for it and a logo for it. I think I might have had about, in 1 hour when he first told me, like I was doing something totally different, but when he told me, I was like, I'm gonna hop on this real quick. I might have been on just a whole bunch of other Microsoft shit, working on shit for about maybe 2 hours, and came up with 13 different things. And I'm like, I like none of this. Like it didn't stand out prolific to me. Like it was like, this is fire, but this is not, something that screams like, we nice with it. When I think prolific for me, I think about the stuff that I can do that a lot of people can't. So, like I think I'm very prolific when it comes to languages. I'm learning ASL, Spanish, Italian. You know what I'm saying? Like that. That's diverse for me. I play piano. I write. I'm very prolific on the creative side of things. So I'm like, that's prolific. But what's something that can unify that? I'm not going to spoil what it is, because I definitely have more graphics that I've finally fucking come up for this guy. But it just had to scream, this is it. So, yeah.
So like my thing is with prolific, the reason why like we kind of went with it. Like I looked up the definition. It means like, and it's like
a lot of something.
Plentiful, luxuriant, rich, lush, and then there's another one: productive, creative, inventive, fertile. But that's the one I look at: inventive, fertile. Like it like creation. When you come in Prolific Studios, you come here to create something. You come in here to come out a different person, or better than what you was when you walked in. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to give off, because that's what Nipsey did too. You know what I'm saying? So. And
it's really cool, because as soon as I started working on the Prolific logo for Tyler, I was like, damn, I really haven't even come up with a good thing for the KQPC. And I was talking to my brother recently, because we was talking about the podcast and how I wanted to do it. And he was like, shit, nigga, you got to present for the future. And then it hit me. I'm like, that's exactly what I'm trying to do for the company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want everybody to be doing something now, so when that time comes, this is it. So I can definitely say my brother definitely gave me my new slogan for the KQPC. So, and you guys will see his post tomorrow. I've been kind of backlogged on my post, but yeah, at The Artist Angel on Instagram. Go look for him. But yeah, present for the future. The Kings Queens Project Company, present for the future. But Prolific just sound like a hot, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, yo, come on me to I can't even fucking talk.
I like my rap extra prolific.
And I don't know if Dre ever told you, but like, or if anybody knows this about me, but I for what I have, I will say I have necessarily like a recording studio. Even though I don't have like all the plugins and all that sort of shit, but for what I can do, what I got, like,
it's pretty good.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can still mix and master with what I got. And the thing about me is, people be like, yo, Tyler, let's go to the studio. I've been to 3 studios, and I've hated my experience every time.
Damn.
Every time. And
why?
And I'm about to get on that.
Okay.
Because the niggas I went with, bro, all they do is either smoke weed, might record a verse, a hook, and laugh and giggle and record that one verse and one hook, and that's it. Like, no, bro. Like, that's not work to me. That's not satisfaction.
Yes.
What's your ideal recording studio experience? What is your ideal recording studio experience for yourself? What do you expect when you want to go there?
What do I expect? Like, I expect fun. I expect work. I expect excel. I expect, what is it? what's the word I'm looking for?
I was scared. Yo, you beat me by like a second, bro. Like,
also, you think you've been typing a huge paragraph on everything we've been saying.
Oh, I was? Oh, I didn't know.
Yeah.
I expect like
It's like
I expect improve. Like I expect you to like whoever is in there to lock in and be ready for like you gotta really deliver that shit. Like most of the time niggas delivery is ass and then they blame it. Hey Dre, have you ever mixed somebody's stuff and they blame your mixing but it's their delivery and not you?
oh shit.
I mean, you just gotta tell them to take it over again.
And that's what I do. But what I'm saying is like whenever people come to my studio, like you come to work, bro. Like you come to, or not my studio, but like I don't even have people in there more. But
no, when you did, you like, wanted them to get busy.
Yeah, I want you to work.
Yeah,
like
somebody paid for time, so like the instant you get in there, it's time to go.
Yeah,
ideally,
like
ideally, right?
Ideally, you using a penny or a dollar every second, but I guess they don't get that.
I mean, I know you don't know this, but a lot of people, I ain't gonna say a lot of people. No, I'm not.
I might know.
Nah. Okay, you might not know this then, sir. But you'll be surprised how many people come in the studio and they may not have a full song wrote and written out.
Yeah.
They may be coming in there to try something or figure something out. They may be developing artists paying to develop. That's the side people don't really know or understand. People don't just pay to go in the studio just to actually make records. They pay to develop into making records sometimes. Because they're new artists, they're developing artists, or they just in a good mood one day or one evening. And they just like, yo, let's go to this place and let's get this shit in.
You know what? I can attest to that. I can attest to that. Dre was there the very first time I went to the studio. And you remember, it was such a refreshing feeling to do something for the first time. And I got in there and I was like, yo, I got it. Hey, yo, let's go in the studio. Now, I wasn't expecting to record a whole song, right? I wasn't expecting none of that. But what I was expecting was for me to get in there and at least try. And at that point, I hadn't sung or even, really been committed with it since I was in school. But I had 2 surgeries back to back, and it was like no way I was going to sing again or even at least try to sing. But I stepped in, and it was just the atmosphere. I kept thinking about, the people that might have come through here or the people that will come through here. And it was a learning experience for me. So I know now, especially from the first experience, like, okay, 1, bring your A game. 2, make sure you're hydrated. And 3, bring your best. Be prolific with the shit. Shout out Prolific Studios.
Oh,
shout out to Artist Mill Studios where I work.
Shout out to Artist Mill Studio. There we go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely an experience.
You got the. Never mind.
What was I supposed to have?
AMI. That's an I, right?
Oh. Wow.
Oh wait, do that one more time. Hey.
He knows sign language, so he could actually do that way better than I can.
Oh, word? Okay.
He's learning sign language.
That's cute and shit.
We'll chop it up later.
I'm weak. That's something everyone needs to know in Salt Lake.
Bruh. Yeah, honestly, though, that's another thing, though. Touching on the sign real quick, there's still certain gestures that he really easy to mess up. Like when I'm not going to say where. When I was, my last job when I was working, there was this deaf lady that was there. My dumbass was going to say, I hope she's listening. Fucking retarded. Anyway.
Oh, shit.
She can read lips, though, so I hope she's watching. But there was this lady she couldn't hear.
Oh, she's listening.
I hate y'all, bro. I caught myself, okay? Listen, damn it, for y'all that aren't.
Oh shit!
Listen, when I first met the lady, I was bringing work to her station, but she didn't notice me. I thought she had music in her something. So I went to tap her, and she flinched. She flinched so hard, and I was like, "Oh, my bad. I'm sorry." And she was like, "I'm like, are you okay?"
I'm trying to be serious.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I was so serious. I'm like, okay. I had to think about all the letters in the alphabet. I'm like, I can't do the full gestures yet. So I'm like, okay, A-R-E-Y-O-U, okay. I'm like, are you okay? And she was talking to me. She's like, "That's very good." And I'm like, "Thank you." Like, I'm trying to learn or whatever. And she started telling me. And this is the best part though. I feel like forget being able to do it, but being able to understand is the better part. You know what I'm saying? Like I was understanding what she was trying to say to me.
That's facts.
So that felt good.
That's facts.
So the fact that I understood that she was saying, "You're doing very well. Most people don't try." Like she went very slow for me. I'm very grateful, but like I got it. And then eventually every day when I would see her, I had someone to practice with. And I remember she saw a coworker and she was talking about her tattoo. I got her attention and I started talking to the lady while I was signing. And I looked at myself. I'm like, holy shit! Like I'm getting better. Like I'm so like it's.
So is it like letters? Just letters, or are there words? Is it words or letters?
From what I've learned so far, it seems like it could be a mix of stuff. But I personally prefer just to mess with the letters for now because it's really easy to mess a gesture up. Like if I want to say I want to go home or whatever, like if I did it the other way, that could mean something totally different. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, is it in reverse, going to work or going away from home? In reverse?
Yeah, exactly. So like you get what I'm saying, but it's really easy to mess something up. It's like I want to go home or I want to go to work or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like there's always something. But yeah, dude, I think ASL is like the dopest thing, and my biggest fear is like losing my ears, man. Like not being able to hear shit because everything I can feel it. You know, just being able to hear it too is satisfying. And my vision is already pretty fucked up. But I couldn't imagine losing my ears. You know what I'm saying? So. Because I grew up in New York, you know, you get to hear so many different sights. You get to hear so many different sounds. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, you know. Hey, yo, let me get a bacon, egg, and cheese. Like, fuck hearing that shit. I mean, like there's music everywhere. Even out here in Carolina, especially at night, you know, hear the crickets and everything. Like, you just hear certain hootings and hollering in the distance and little forest in the background and shit. Like, I'd be so vexed if I lost
the OVO owls in the background and shit.
Ooh.
Tu sabe.
Tu sabe. Fuck around and one of those creatures go whoop day. I'll be like, oh shit.
Damn right.
Get out of there. But yeah, man. ASL is definitely one of my most favorite things too.
Yeah.
So what I see you started doing something. What got you interested in that?
In what?
Signing.
Signing?
Yeah, sign language.
I wasn't.
You did something you didn't even realize, but it was accurate.
Oh, what did I do?
You did leaving. The way you did it was, well, I'm blind right now, but the way you did it looked right.
Oh, shit.
But that's what's crazy too, because some things like whether we realize it or not, it can be common sense and we do it. But yeah, signing is definitely pretty cool. I enjoy it. What are you still laughing at, bro?
I hope she's listening. That's
oh my God! There goes the title for the video. I hope she's listening. In brackets,
Yo,
she's deaf.
Watch this episode, bro. I'm sorry, Lord.
And she was an older lady, but it was crazy. I caught myself at least. I'm like, damn, I was getting ready to say it, and I still said it. Fucking nincompoop, bro. Yo, this nigga's just dying. This is not as bad as the time I messed up reading. I'm not even gonna go into that story.
If I was
Wait, no. What'd you mess up reading, sir?
I've told you this before.
Wait.
I can't say certain words or whatever. I feel like we all have certain words we can't say. I can't say variety.
Wait, what?
Shut up, son.
Wait, what did he say?
Variety.
That's my mom.
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
he got the variety pack of Welch's.
The variety pack of
I don't know. There's variety.
This nigga's a
If I say it slow, if I say it slow, I can say variety. I use the variety. Yeah, dude. I said the first time I realized I can't talk. I don't know if I was in high school.
That's insane.
When I did that,
I could never.
Like my sister, she fucking when she was younger, she used to call the living room Litherloom. Like I think I'm bullshitting. Like everybody has their own thing they mess up. Like I said diamonds wrong. Like years ago, I was reading something and I said diamonds. They just looked at me like, the fuck you just said? But yeah, colors. I've done that shit.
Colors.
Insane.
Yeah, exactly.
Slow.
Insane.
Exactly. Variety.
Variety.
I like Variety better, nigga.
Variety.
I like Variety.
My mother always be asking. She's like, "Where do you hear the I like in the beginning?"
Yeah, the eye.
So, quick question.
Yo.
You know, one thing I love about DZN Podcast, whenever y'all touch on music, because it's like I be listening and it's like I'm right fucking there. I be responding and I'm like, oh, Dre said it, or I be responding, oh, he said it.
Right.
Yo, it's like I'm right there, and I'll be in the car, and I can get in the car while listen to DZN Podcast. But other than that, I forgot I was about to say something. Dre,
Yo.
burden of proof.
Oh, you mean?
Come on, bro.
Oh, you mean
Benny.
You mean 2020 Jay-Z Throwaway album?
Blueprint?
Yeah, Throwaway Blueprint. Yeah, Throwaway. Benny the Blueprint.
Come
Butcher.
on, bro. That was hard. You can't lie. It was tough.
It was a bootleg Blueprint album. I'm not saying it wasn't good. It's just it was a bootleg Blueprint.
I think that was a good Benny album.
It was a bootleg Blueprint. That's exactly what it was.
I think it was good.
Okay, why?
Why?
Yes, why?
Production was insane.
Okay, all right. First of all, West Coast producer trying to produce East Coast music doesn't really.
Say it again.
He didn't do a bad.
Say it again. Nah, hold on. Say it again.
It don't hit the same. It doesn't hit the same.
It doesn't hit the same.
That's why he
but
can't.
For what it was?
No, not for what it was. You cannot have a West Coast producer producing for an East Coast rap from Buffalo.
Can East Coast?
No,
can East Coast
I'm not gonna say
West Coast.
Hold on, I'm not gonna say can't, but I'm just saying if you're gonna produce East Coast sound, you need East Coast producers.
People.
Yes,
100%.
His boy's from the West. Benny needed somebody else besides Hit Boy to produce it. If he was gonna do that, he needed somebody else.
For what it's worth, he did well.
Did y'all hear it?
For what it's worth,
did y'all hear it?
A little bit.
You didn't hear it, bruh. If I was to play it before he said something, you would have been like, oh, that's this is giving me.
He likes Westside Gun more anyway.
Yeah, Westside Gun my favorite.
Westside Gun's that nigga too, but bruh.
Zion had 30, broadcast 50.
All right, we're not about to do that East Side.
Bruh. East Coast music or West Coast music?
East Coast, the fuck?
West Coast.
Fuck out of here.
It depends what mood I'm in.
Agreed.
I can't even get mad at that.
It's crazy, bro, because lately I've been listening to a lot of West Coast music. A lot.
If I'm listening to straight rap or whatever,
have you heard
hip hop? Straight East Coast. If I'm listening to more rap shit, probably West Coast.
Have you heard Larry June?
No.
Yeah, Dre, come on, he's hard. He's hard, bro.
It looks like I gotta check some shit.
I was born in '91. Product of the dope game. Hit these Camaros, cause when we swing, come on. You got him. I think I don't know if you listen to him either. Or you got Shooter Gang Coney coming out. Lil Bean.
He was just playing me some of his shit, right?
Yeah, Primo Rice. You listen to Primo Rice?
Haven't heard of him.
I gotta put you on. Can you play music on the podcast?
No, we're not doing that.
Okay, I was
they're gonna claim this video. Fuck them niggas.
It's not a popping song.
Still, he might be signing somebody. He might distribute the disc. Okay, yeah, they're gonna get the shit.
He got his own masters.
Something like that. He probably distributes somebody. So no, we ain't doing none of that.
Right.
I'll probably play it when we get in the car.
Yeah.
But yeah,
on our own personal time, that is.
But yeah, you gotta listen to Primo Rice. Who else I've been listening to from the West Coast? Westside Gun.
It's from the East.
Oh shit, not him.
His name was fucking Westside Gun.
No, I forgot his fucking name. Because it's a song I listened to with him, Benny, somebody else. HBK the Kid. Some other nigga name. Fuck. That name. Cardo. You know what that is?
Maybe.
Oh, Blast. BLXST. He's tough.
Oh, what about the end of these? I'm not even gonna try that. Never mind.
Get the fuck out of here, bro. Get the fuck out of here, son. Like, no.
Hey, how's she gonna say it?
For those of you who don't know, don't worry about it.
So, all right, man. Oh, y'all ever heard of Moray from Fayetteville? Quicksand?
Yes. I've heard of him.
Yeah.
I heard of him.
He's going up.
Probably to a friend of a friend, but offer it, nah.
Mm-hmm. I've listened to the Jit a lot, too.
He needs to learn how to make songs.
That's true. Okay, do you think he is more of like a hit or miss artist, or is he like more of a?
He is a rapper.
He's an
in
MC.
every sense of the word.
MC or rapper?
When I say rapper, I mean he's very great at using and putting words together and making lines with them. But he's not an artist as a songwriter yet. Like Never Story saw what he could be, but he needs to build. Right. He hasn't built on that yet.
Well, give him time. It takes time to create something.
True, but he signed to Dreamville.
Okay, but even then, well, like all right, we can go back to the whole studio.
The only reason I said that because when you sign to somebody and you popping like that, you on a clock.
Yeah, I don't. I would. Me personally, I would never sign to an artist. Love J. Cole to death. I just wouldn't sign to an
most of them got the same sound.
Cause to keep it cheap, you go to the same producer. That's why,
Exactly. They got that jazz shit. Nobody want to hear that shit like that.
I'm saying, bro. But nah, when
it's a moment.
When what's his name?
I was gonna say it's a moment.
What's his name was on that joint. He was like, and J. Cole, we gonna rob that nigga. Nah, nigga.
Oh, Reason and
Kaz. Yeah, bro. Like that shit was tough. That was some different shit.
Exactly. What they need.
And you know what else is? What else is funny? I think it was you. You said you liked Kevin's Heart. Okay.
I hated that song. That song is ass.
But you know what's crazy? That's the only song J. Cole didn't produce on that album.
That song is trash.
Huh?
That song is trash.
That song was trash, but that's the only one J. Cole didn't produce on that album.
T-Minus got better beats than that.
Of course. He gave him some weak shit. But that shit, but what he gave him to work with, it was pretty decent. I like it.
So curious. Prolific Studios, right?
Yeah.
So what do you have an idea of what you want the first like couple initiative projects to be on? Like without giving too much detail on like what you want to do versus what you're gonna do?
Like what you mean?
So like my entire thing when I started KQPC, right? I wanted to start with something people use and see every day. Instagram. You starting with the clothing, the t-shirts. People got to physically wear it. That's great. Great idea. When you actually start getting people in there to record and stuff, do you want people to just be recommending they come to you? Or do you want to bring people together to create something big?
Nah, bro. Like what J. Cole said when he was explaining when he had got into it with his neighbors and they came to his crib, he was like, bro, when you come in my house or you go down in my basement, all you see on the walls is pictures of great people like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, all black artists. You know what I'm saying? Like you gonna I'm gonna set that vibe in Prolific Studios too. Like you see all these people, they did not die and work this hard for you to come here and play around. Come in here and make some good sound music. You know what I'm saying? Like, of course you're gonna get some dickheads in there like 6ix9ine, but at the end of the day, he doing something rather than what?
Nothing.
Being in the street, trying to make a way for like a better path for some people. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing. And then you asked another question, or
I'm gonna switch the question up actually. We mentioned about a repeating sound or whatever, like people sounding like another. You being you, how would you feel if someone came in with the flow like and the next day you hear someone else like it's similar, just a different like rest with it. Like what would you say to them? Like
I mean, Like
when it comes to improvement, so they don't sound like someone else, so they don't sound like they're ripping someone
that's
off.
Another thing that's gonna separate me from the other studio. Go ahead.
Oh, bruh. So when you go to the studio, like you do, when you're on the studio, are you like their coach when you're like mixing their music and shit? So you don't tell them anything? Oh,
you go in there if you want to waste time, you waste time. You pay me. But then again, I still want work. It's just how do I like I'm still getting all this shit in the process. How am I gonna set a vibe that is so contagious that people talk about this place? You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you hear somebody, I'm pretty sure you have and maybe you have. Whenever you hear somebody, and I ain't shitting on nobody. Whenever you hear somebody talk about Celebrity Studios, the first thing that come out their mouth probably, oh yeah, that nigga Stunner for Vegas worked in there. That nigga 83 Babies worked in there. What did you do though?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. Like I don't want you to worry about who worked in here. I want you to know what came out of here because of the vibe that was given. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The vibe that was given, you came back and you gonna keep going there. No matter who's worked in where, I should not have to say who worked in my studio for you to come in here. It's just, you gonna already know. Why?
I love that.
You wanna know why? You wanna know why? Because the shirts. Where you get your shirt from? Oh, it's a Prolific Studios. They're working on building it, and what I plan on doing with the t-shirts and maybe hoodies and long sleeves and stuff like that. It's gonna have a note in there. Thank you for your purchase. It's going towards a great investment. Blase. It's be a long list of me explaining what I plan on doing with Prolific Studios, or not just me, or not saying I, but he's gonna help me. You're gonna help me. He's gonna help me. I got my boy Anton. He's gonna help me. Like it's not just me in this thing. I got mad people who I know will help. Especially investing in something like that, and then and then my thing is, I'm looking towards the future. I'm talking about t-shirts right now. Later on down the line, I might be like, yo, this the fucking 5th store I'm about to open, bro. Like that's how I want to be, you know. But it's just gonna be a process right now. So
before I forget, that reminds me. And this is something I want to talk about with all of you. But before I jump into the big thing, I want to shout someone out specifically. A young Ashley Wetland. She just created her first little album out there. I heard a little snippet of it. I'm about to pay for her to send me the hard copy of it. She dropped a CD. I know who listens to CDs anymore, but I know she's out there trying to make other shit happen as well. But I get wanting to have the hard copy thing. Like, I have tons of books. I don't want to just make ebooks. I want a hard copy thing, so I get it.
If you want to do hard copy, though, at least try to do vinyl. At least, if you can afford it.
If you can afford it. But
USB drops, though.
There you go. But I wanted to shout her out specifically. You can find her on Instagram at Ashley Wetland. It's very simple. But she, I met Ashley back in 2018 when I first started school. And I said this to her recently. We had an audition for one of the shows that was going on. And she went in, I swear she might have been in there for like a minute. And to hear the voice that was inside the person was like, all of that just came out of you right now?
So she acts too?
Actress, singer, I've seen her dance. Like, has plenty of room to grow, right? But just to say that I got to just hear a snippet and, have classes with some of this person, and there are a bunch of talented people, but I don't know. It was something about Ashley then, and still, I hope she shoots for the stars and reaches beyond the galaxy. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to shout her out. Definitely hit her up. She'll work with you on pricing for some of her music that's out right now, but definitely Ashley Wetland. Go find her on Instagram. That's ASHLEYWETTLIN. But shout out to her, and this is what I wanted to talk about you guys with.
I listened to some of her stuff too. It sounds pretty dope. I listened to snippets. I ain't listened to the whole shit yet, but it sounds pretty dope.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, and that's what essentially I want everybody here to do. I know DZN is getting ready to go through a change with the whole new name and everything. I'm getting ready to drop my own podcast. I'm still trying to create more content for the KQPC and the YouTube channel I got coming out for it. Yes, keep your eyes open.
Oh, you doing YouTube? Okay, my nigga. You doing YouTube and shit too? All right.
Finally got the banner done too.
Yep.
Yes.
Now look. I know we talking about like a lot of exciting things and like that's awesome. But as someone who has seen things get talked about and it gets exciting, it's like,
and then it doesn't happen.
Yes. I challenge every last one of us, even myself. You challenge me.
100%.
Next time we in this room, we should be one step closer to our goal. 100%. You know what I'm saying? Like say you at 0% right now, you should be satisfied with that 2%, or you shouldn't be satisfied with that 2%. You should want more. You should want more out yourself. Like I said in one of my songs I never dropped. I said,
you gotta tell us.
Yeah. I said, no satisfaction is my satisfaction. So like, if you don't have a satisfaction, then
how are you ever gonna keep evolving?
How you gonna keep going? Like you wanna say whenever you in an uncomfortable position or you in a dark place or you feeling pressured, I mean, look, olives are pressed to make oil.
Yep.
Right? Then you got seeds that grow in the dark. Right? So if you feel away, it takes pressure. It takes darkness. It takes you to a different place for you to grow. You got to get uncomfortable to grow, bro. That's what I learned. That's what I learned though in this whole process, what I've been going through.
Gotta be comfortable being uncomfortable.
I believe that 300,000%, bro.
Adding on to what you said, and I'm glad you brought up the whole talking about it and not it coming to light. With Dre, he was telling me I should definitely dabble in the podcast industry and just try it for myself for a long time. Being in the studio, he was talking to me about doing that for a long time. I just kept making excuses after excuses. I told you guys I sold the song. I never thought I'd be able to do it. I done sold 2 songs already. And that's an accomplishment. I've done that already. I don't want to keep talking about the things I've already done. I want to talk about, even if you don't see it by tomorrow, I'm not going to stop until it comes true. When I auditioned for this school, to get in school, whatever, I didn't think I was going to get in. I used a monologue that I wrote in 7th grade that got me to a private university as an adult. I wrote a monologue in 7th grade that got me there. You know what I'm saying? It took time, but I did it, not knowing that this is what was going to get me there. And one thing that I learned from Tyler, and I use this on a daily, if I'm not at 100% this day, if I'm not at 100%, let's say I'm only at 75, I'm going to give you 100% of that 75% I got to give. I learned that from him. When I heard him tell me that about what he was doing at work, it stuck with me. Like, it really stuck with me. Like, I think people be thinking I be joking. I got a good memory. I listen to what y'all say, and I use it. I learn from it. I write with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the point of, having ears and not being able to listen to someone? What's the point of having a voice and not being able to talk to someone? So I take what you guys say, and I really work for it. So with the whole, talk about it and it not happens when you say it, that's life. You can talk about doing X, Y, and Z, and it don't happen right when you want it. But it's always in that right time. It's always on time. And what they say about God, he may not come when you want him, but he's always on time. And that's just how I try to think about what I have in store.
Yep. And like what Travis said, like, not what he said, I'm just saying, like, if there's one person who has always kept it real with me, no matter what, that guy. Literally. Like, I sent him a song, that's ass, bro.
That's 100%. That's real. That's great for you, bro. 100%.
I know for a fact. Yeah.
That's ass, bro. You know how he is. That's ass.
Oh shit.
I mean, come bone, bro. You know you got something there. Get through it.
But Dre, did I fight back?
Nah.
Nope. Did not fight back. I was just like, maybe I can do better. Maybe I don't need to do it at all. Or, you got options. But what I'm saying to go along with that is, I want y'all to be able to hold each other accountable of anything that doesn't happen. So, like, say I'm talking about T-shirts right now, and then in this next podcast, bro, Tyler, where your line at, bro? You said you was gonna try to get a step closer. And if I don't say nothing on the lines of I got the press, I just ain't got the t-shirts. I got the press, I just ain't got. If I ain't even got the damn press to begin with, then it's like, yo, what's going on? Like, is there anything we can do to help you?
It's always good to have people like that.
Yeah, I want to say you know that's
help,
bro. Yeah, you don't say you can help. You just busting. So you just busting his balls. Like, you're not really being productive.
Yeah, like hold each other accountable of the next step. Sometimes you got to push people off the ledge to make them fly. You know what I'm saying?
Another one real quick.
Like,
the sound guy. One thing I forgot.
Another one I can shout out. That's an attest to that. My boy Daryl Ziegler. I call him DJ at DZN on Instagram. I want to say December. He called me, and he was like, "Yo, I'm trying to get some people together for a run, right? So we can be training together in the morning." And I hadn't been running outside, with a team or by myself in years. You know what I'm saying? Because I was used to having a team, people I looked up to. And when he was talking to me about it, I'm like, I'm in. I'm game. And January 1st, Dre, you were attest to it. I FaceTimed you while I was outside. I go outside, I get my run on, I do whatever I can till I cramp up and I need to go back inside. And I was on him because I hit him up. I'm like, yeah, you good? He hurt his back. Only reason why he couldn't run. Like, he literally had a bad back accident. He's much better now, so he's with a trainer and doing everything he needs. So
side note, backs ain't no joke. Listen, backs ain't no joke, my nigga. Like, yo, I used to at my old job, bro, I said, if you sitting in a bad chair, do not do it for too long. It's gonna fuck your whole shit up. And that's how my shit got fucked up.
I'm saying, man.
Dude, I wrestled and skated, so fucking taking slams and shit, that shit hurts.
I don't sell mattresses at that outlet for nothing.
And
by the way, if y'all do need furniture, come to the Raleigh outlet on Glenwood, 6234 Glenwood Avenue, you know what I'm saying?
Talking shit. But yeah, like, I checked him on it, and he checked me on it, and there were some days I took off, and I'm like, damn, I didn't need to take those days off. I was just so tired. But the past few days, I've been training with this one dude, and we've just been going hard. Tomorrow morning, we link back up again for another training session. Like, we're doing, I think it's chest and triceps. Today was shoulders and legs. Yesterday was back and biceps. Like, we've been going at it and pushing each other. Techniques, having conversation, keeping it fun, but we've been making each other, well aware. And this has just been 3 days. You know what I'm saying? But he's been consistent throughout. Mm-hmm. Seeing how he takes care of himself and how I want to take care of myself, that's when I know someone is serious. Mm-hmm. So, like, he hit me up every night and every morning since we met. Like, yo, this is what we're doing tomorrow. Like, oh, I'm going to be here around this time. This is when we should link up. You know what I'm saying? And when we get there, we modify our workouts. Whatever I had planned to incorporate, whatever he had, we can incorporate. And that's keeping yourself honest. You know what I'm saying? My book is supposed to come out in December. December has always been a rough time for me, but I had put a deadline on myself to do this, and I slowed down because I started getting too much in my head. I started thinking about shit that's not happening today or tomorrow. I kept thinking about the shit that was going on yesterday, affecting my present. Now, saying my book is going to come out is a big lie. I'm almost done with the bitch. Like, I only gave Dre about, 4 chapters, I think?
3
chapters?
Yeah. I was asked for chapter 4, but,
Nope.
I'm weak.
But for real shit. Like, every time he sent me a chapter, I was like, yo, where the next one?
Yeah.
Once I actually read this shit, I was like, yo, where the next one at? I need that.
It's like
today.
Shows, right?
I need that shit today.
And I did that to a couple of people, and getting feedback like that put me back on it, like, okay, this is what I needed to be doing. I told my friend Cyan, I told her, I'm like, I want to try to learn something new every month. Last month, I learned how to write my own fucking scores on the piano. Like, granted, I was taught how to do it, but to be able to do it without someone there over your head telling you to do this is how you do it, I did it myself, and I'm so proud of myself. And I hadn't touched the piano in how long since I left school?
I got 3 years.
Exactly. It's been a minute. So, and then when I got the piano from Dre, that's the first thing I did. I did that. That's something new.
It hit different when you do it yourself.
Exactly. It hits so different when you do it yourself. I know you know because you got your old car player, boy. It hit different when you do it yourself.
I do everything on my own. Only thing I don't do on my own is pay for the houses over my head. God bless my mama. But other than that, I do everything on my own. I get everything on my own.
There you go. And you were right. It's a wonderful feeling, and I can only pray and strive to continue to do just that. Do more shit on my own. Like certain shit happened that I felt was a sign. When I started work last August, I believe, I started working on something on the side for 4 or 5 months or whatever. And January I was supposed to leave, but I kept doing what they wanted, and I was just gonna disappear. I was just gonna go, let my friends know that, hey yo, this is what I'm doing. I'm leaving in January. Passed my test. I scored this. I'm gone. Because I didn't want to talk about it and it not happen.
Yeah.
But this is the one time I didn't talk about it, and I got there, but they wanted too much more from me, and it was gonna just keep pushing the timetable back. And I'm like, I don't need that. I need to be doing something right now. So I said, screw it. And Dre always told me, you don't need to do this, bro. Like, you sure you want to do that? Like, you sure you want to do that? I know you smart, and I know you can do it, but like, this right here is what you need to be spending all your time on. He's right. I've been spending so much more time on it, trying to hold myself accountable, and it's good when you do it yourself. It's good when you look in the mirror. I don't know when was the last time y'all did this, but I want you to do this when y'all get home. Viewers and everything. When y'all find the time, y'all got a phone, go to your camera mode. It may catch you off guard if it's in selfie mode. Good, let it. It may catch you off guard, but I want you to just say to yourself, thank you. And we got this. Time for the next step. Thank you. We got this. It's time for the next step. You know what I'm saying? We don't acknowledge ourselves that much. I acknowledge the sad shit that goes on. You know what I'm saying? But to acknowledge the great, it don't even just got to be about just you. We got to acknowledge it all. But take some time for yourself. Be selfish. You know what I'm saying? Be selfless to yourself. Fucking say thank you, and we got the next step. Come on, we need to get there. Like what Tyler said, I got the press, I just don't got the ink for the shirt or whatever. Or I got the shirts, I just don't got the press. I got the design, just don't have the material to put it together. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't see that as an excuse. I see it as him trying to get to the next thing. Yeah. Like with me, I think I'm on chapter...
It's like a chicken and an egg.
Yeah, bruh.
Yeah. I think for my book, I'm on chapter 13, and it's 16 chapters, so I'm almost done. But I'll probably send it to Dre, like, the first 10 or the next set that I need to show him to get what he said, what needs to definitely be chopped out. But man, I haven't enjoyed writing that much in such a long time. Like, 'cause my schedule was like, I'd get up, play Apex with my brother. I'd get up, go for a run, play Apex with my brother. When I come back, get off, hop on the piano, hop off the piano, go back to the computer, and just start typing out. Now, get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. By the time it's like 7 o'clock, I'll be done typing. I'll wash up, get ready to go to the gym, go, and whatever else after there is for me to do, I'll do it from there. But, watching you and when you got your car and hearing that just solidified how I thought about you. That you deserved it, you worked for it, and you got it. And not everybody can do that.
And I will tell you this. So I know a lot of people are going to say something like, okay, I'm trying to make it sound not bad. But my mom wanted to give me not my mom. My granddad wanted to give me a 2009 some hoopty. Let's say some hoopty. And I was just like, what? I know it's free. I understand that. And I know my mom was like, oh, you don't got to worry about no payments. Your insurance will be low, all this good stuff. And at first I was about to take it. And I was like, man, but like I worked too damn hard.
Not to get your own. Not
to get what I feel like I deserve. And I feel like I won't know. Like, I know, I remember I told myself, I was like, bro, all you need is wheels and an aux cord. I always said that. But I worked too damn hard to get where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I worked too hard for that, Ma. I was like, Ma, I feel like I deserve this. And she didn't feel me until I pulled up. And she saw me. She was like, you was right. You did deserve this. You really do. And then she was happy I ain't passed up on that deal. That was a good deal. There was no way I passed up on that.
And I love cars for that reason. Like, some people think it's just A to B, but every car is an experience. Like, you get into, that's why if you get into like a old hoopty. It doesn't like it can have some of its perks and like it could be charismatic, but when you get into like a different type of vehicle, it makes you feel
good.
Different.
Yeah. And then it's just like what did he say? Benny said on the album. He was referring to a girl, but he said, "You gonna cry in this Toyota or that Maybach?" You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to feel happy in what I feel like I deserve. I'm not gonna feel happy if I'm in that car.
I'll take that and I'll put it the other way. I've never been someone that was like I could say, "Oh, those J's is tight," or like keep up with sneakers nowadays. Be like, "Oh, this is fire." Like if I had it to get it, would I? But I like it. You know what I'm saying? Preferably, I think the older it is, and the more I would want to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would want to take care of anything I got. Like, everything I've owned, the only thing I've ever really wanted as a kid was a F-150 and a Harley. That's it. My own bike in the summer and just trucking through whenever and wherever I go. I just found peace with that.
Good.
You know, and I had my own set dream cars that I want, like the 67 Impala, beautiful. The 70s Charger, beautiful muscle car. You know what I'm saying? That's something I feel like I have to work for, to find that, to get that, and say this is mine.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, it being rare or iconic.
Exactly.
They have cars have more personality than some people do.
Well said. Well said. And I feel like, I get this truck right now. Let's say I get the 2020 F-250 or some shit, right?
Shit.
That's a big motherfucker, and that's some bread. But like,
I was like, damn.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cool, I did that. I got a new shit that I stunt, and I don't like to stunt. I like to, I like to
It
glide.
makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yes.
I better not see you get a smart car.
No, that's not my
You look like Mr. Incredible when he's driving.
Nah, dude. But like I said, man, I feel like as long as you're honest to yourself, and I would start off with a hoopty. I swear to God, take something for now, so eventually I can work to what I want. Because I feel like right now I'm not doing what Tyler doing. This nigga was getting up at 3:00 in the morning, walking from one place to the next, going to the next job, then going home.
Yeah, when he finished, I'll tell you what I did, but when he finished.
That's something that you deserve or whatever. And
when you do stuff like that, like there's no way you can't go up. There's no way you can't go up.
Exactly.
It's almost impossible unless you're just an idiot.
Right.
And he has some type of savvy. I know he has it even young. Right. That's why it takes people like 30, 35 to get there. You pretty much, I don't know how you accelerated so quickly or what happened, but yeah. You're gonna be all right.
Yeah, so like I'll take you through my little path. So, I was working at Smoothie King. I was a manager. I was making 12.
I remember that. I got one smoothie, only one, but it's all right.
And and after that one, you want more and more because, like, bro, like my smoothie.
Hey, yo, Tyler, make me a smoothie, G.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was easy money, but I was at Smoothie King making good money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was making some decent money for someone who's 18 years old at a manager position. Insane. And I was serve safe. So like that's like some really good credentials at the age of 18. But I was still walking home. Luckily I'm a nice person, so I was never a dickhead to the girls I worked with. Mm-hmm. So they would always take me home after work. I think it was 2019, my supervisor lost the lease or whatever to a money-hungry Texas dude that owned the land. Mm-hmm. And he basically, Starbucks went behind our back, made an offer, and then they never even moved into the space. They moved that way. And this is our store here. They moved back. I was like, what? So it was pointless. So I think God kind of lined it up like this, but he eventually, I basically lost my job, in other words. And I was out of work for maybe, I'll say a good 3 months. So
it wasn't too long of a time. But
so let's say I think I left Smoothie King around like 2017, in 2017 or so, close to there. And then I ended up working at Harris Teeter overnight, and I was still walking to and fro back to work because then nobody took me home. Just they literally said no. So I would be working 10 o'clock all the way to maybe 10 sometimes, or 7 or 8 in the morning, and then walking home, going to sleep, repeat again, 40 hours a week. And then after a while, I just couldn't take it no more. So I saved up some money. I think I saved like 2 months worth of money. And then I just sat on my ass for 2 months, another 2 months. So then 2019, that's when my mom was like, you need to go get a job. So then she put me on at Ross, $11 an hour. I walked there.
And y'all don't know, that's a truth.
Let me put it like this. I stay in Laurel Brooks. If you look up Laurel Brooks to Ross, the Pleasant Valley, Ross on Glenwood, that's where I was walking. So that's about 1.7 miles. And it was to and fro. Sometimes I get a ride, sometimes I wouldn't. It was just because some people was just like, nah, man, I don't feel like taking you back home, and I'm tired. Okay, cool. So I just
what?
Yep. So
yeah, I don't feel like taking you home. I'm tired. Imagine how they even 1 second. Imagine how this nigga felt.
and my thing is, I'm already prepared. But at this point, I was only pulling in like, I ain't even gonna lie to you, I was pulling in like $500 because like it was inconsistent. So then I got a job at Dick's, and Dick's was working the hell out of me for $10 an hour, and I was walking there at 6 o'clock in the morning. And Thursdays it was I would start walking at 1:30 in the morning.
Same shopping center.
Yep, yeah, same exact shopping center. So from some days, yep. So from 6 a.m. I would get there early sometimes because like it was like, man, if I go to sleep now after working at Ross, I got to get up in the morning. If I go to sleep now, man, I ain't gonna wake up. But that's only when I had to go there overnight. But other than that, my normal schedule was be there at 7:30, work 7:30 to 2, and then from 3 to 8 I was at Ross, and then I went home. And then I was given an opportunity from Ashley's, and they hired me real quick, and I literally dropped.
Is this the same shopping center?
Same exact shopping center.
Oh, so he bounced around like a ping pong ball.
And then I was still walking to Ashley's. And for the first 2 months of Ashley's, they paid you like $14 an hour. Pretty good. Like that's like a solid $1,100. So that's like better money already, you know. And it took me from like bro, like I was sitting outside in the cold waiting for the store to open up. I walked in the cold, like I was wrapped up in like 2 hoodies, walking in the fucking brick ass 3.
Which would piss me off. I'm like, bro, give me a call like instead, bro, so you can come over and heat up, so you can just walk across the street to work.
Yes, and I know people like, dang, why he ain't take a lift? Well, I was taking lifts every now and then, but like that shit adds up.
It definitely
adds up, and it takes away income. And bro, like it's just truly a blessing for everything that was handed to me. I don't think that shit was handed to me. That shit was grinded out for. Like I really worked to get what I want. You know what I'm saying? So now a lot of people like, oh dang, he passed up a free car. I would love to take a free car right now, but
you got to get where you're coming from.
I really grind it for what I deserve. Like that's what I deserve. So. That's my little story.
Why settle for this when you know you should be having that?
I think you walked more miles than I did driving my first year.
Like, bruh, like I know, like, bruh, that shit. Like when I got my car, bruh, I was sitting in that.
This nigga's calf muscle is like this.
Oh, they huge. They huge. They huge. Like my arms are skinny and my calf muscles like this. Don't make sense. But that was my little story on like, damn, like people don't see it because I don't talk about it, but I grind it.
And to pale in comparison, not trying to be compatible with this man right here, because everybody moves at their own pace. But my little story to go off of that. Growing up where I did, we had subways, we had the train, we had the J, we had the F. I'm a Queens dude, so we had the Q5, the Q3. Q43 or whatever, you knew where you needed to go. Hop on, dip out or whatever. If it was a nigga that on a wheelchair that had to go on the bus, you either got off or you just made room or whatever. And after a long day at work, you'd be tired. Now, I had all of that at my fingertips. when I wasn't taking the train or taking the bus, I had my board. My board was my car. You know what I'm saying? I skated everywhere I could, over the bridge, to and from school. And this is where I don't feel bad for him. I'm astonished and proud of him.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because everywhere I've go, like especially in New York, you have everything at your fingertips. If you don't know how to utilize or move around it, you're lost. But it's so bombarded and so crowded, it's easy to mess up. So that's why they say if you make it here, you can make it anywhere. When I moved out here, there was no way I was gonna think I was gonna be able to do certain things. I seen like people like driving these big ass cars and expensive ass cars at like 14, 15, and I'm like, hey yo, where I can get a Metro car, yo? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like trying to figure out. I was asking Tyler about the bus. Like, wasn't like you trying to tell me the bus routes and all of that for the longest?
I said fucking Metro.
I was like, I'm like, yo. Oh, real talk.
Metro.
Like, where do I get on? But like I had all of those at my fingertips. When I was in elementary school, my elementary school was right down the hill from where I lived. When I went to IS 109, my first middle school, I had to take the bus there. All right, but it wasn't too big of a stretch. We moved upstate. Ain't no way I was walking to fucking Roundabout Middle School to where I live. That's out. When we moved back to Queens or whatever, I was at 238. I was walking distance to my school. That's not far. It was not even a 7-minute walk. We moved. I went to high school. I could literally walk there or run there, still making school on time. If I take a bus, I'm being lazy. Then we moved almost damn near right in front of the school, my high school. Then we fucking moved to Raleigh, North Carolina. Anyway, now I'm just playing. But it was like I had easy access. It was just truly, the accessibility was just there. You know what I mean? That's what I miss, but at the same time, that's what I don't. Because you have to push yourself out here to get what he just did. You know what I'm saying? And I run trying to catch the bus with this dude. You know what I'm saying? And like, it just like, yo, this is just a whole different feel. You really have to have a car to really be able to get around out here. Unless you know the Metro like he does, but I saw
the bus.
I know. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, the bus.
I don't think I know them routes like as good as I do now, but when I was driving,
I saw the stack of Metro cards you had, like the bus car, whatever the fuck y'all call it out here. But I saw the stack of that, like even
nigga, it's a bus.
Whatever,
just a bus.
Whatever.
It's a bus.
Whatever.
Subway bus.
Whatever. Anyway, we out here.
Only Metro we know is the phone company, nigga.
Y'all fucking dry as hell for that, bro.
Metro don't trust you.
Fact.
If your Metro don't trust
you. Can you explain to me how the weather is in New York? Because I've heard like...
Oh, right now the snow is up to this table. I miss it. Like my sister was like, yo.
You miss it?
Oh, let me wait. Before y'all even, let me tell you.
It gets here, we ready for it to go, bro. Like...
No. Didn't we just have snow? Like... barely a week ago.
Bro, that snow was here and gone.
That's what I'm saying. Look, I opened my eyes. I felt my room cold. I'm like, yes, I love this shit. Like, I don't like being hot.
You could have got this and that snow was gone.
Let me tell you, look. Real tough. Bro, I looked outside. I saw white. And I'm like, okay, cool. I forgot what I did. I sat down to listen to my music, just like staring at the wall. And like, I hear a commotion outside. I look outside. No more fucking snow. I'm like, bro, it was only 2 hours. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck? Yeah,
bro.
Like, cause that's just a part of what I had growing up. It just seems like that's something else that I'm missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, in a weird way. Like, that's just something. Like, I had to go to school with snow that came up to my knees, bro. And I'm a 6'4", 6'3", nigga. Like, we missed a bunch of days in 2015 trying to go to school,
bro.
For like ice on the ground.
Bro, it could snow.
Slip and keep walking, bro. Like that's how I grew up.
Because we gotta drive.
Bro.
Y'all
had to drive, which was more dangerous. But in my head, I'm like, I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta drive everywhere. We can't just walk to the fucking corner store, or we can't walk to the store.
Don't get me wrong. I know a bunch of people I went to school with that still had to take 3 trains to get to our high school.
We ain't got trains.
And plus, when I was walking and it snowed, my job knew I wasn't coming to work.
Oh yeah, I would not.
They knew
I would
it.
not.
Like,
I would not fucking.
If you know that hill,
It's trifling, bro.
I'm sliding down
all the
and
way.
I'm not getting up. So
nigga said,
this nigga be moonwalking.
nigga said,
Like, what the fuck?
like this what you gonna see me doing, like right here.
Nope.
Like that right there. That's it.
Exactly. Clear.
You see Travis slide by you in the igloo. It's not cold out here.
It's Brooklyn, baby. Like, what you talking about? Like,
Nah, that's another thing too. When I first came out here, the weather was ridiculous. Like, it was so all right. When I was moving,
It's like Kane, bipolar.
That's 100%. You get every season in the amounts of 1 week. You be thinking it's summer on Monday, Tuesday you got a goose, Wednesday, damn, like all right, I got my spring fit on, okay. Thursday, damn, it's brick.
that's why.
Friday, all right, it's still a little chilly, maybe fall. Saturday, oh shit's hot, bitch. Sunday, god damn, it's too damn sticky to be out here. Monday, damn, it's snowing, my nigga. Like, like North Carolina is the most. Yo, I swear to God, North Carolina is just bipolar, bro.
I feel like it ain't even North Carolina. It's fucking Raleigh.
Raleigh, there you go. Yeah,
It's Raleigh.
Oh, word?
Bro, when I go to Wilmington, bro, it stays like lowest you gonna get in Wilmington is like 45.
Wait, Wilmington like coast area? Wait, we're on the coast. No,
Not at all. We in the middle.
we're in the middle.
Yeah.
Capital city, we in the middle.
Okay, yeah.
We in the middle.
I think Charlotte should be the capital, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
You said
where?
I said I think Charlotte should be the capital, but we ain't gonna talk about it.
They got more shit to do. It seems a little more fun from retrospect.
First off, Charlotte is way more fucking fun than Raleigh, but I'm gonna leave it there. But when I first came out here, I remember the drive up here because we drove from New York, me and my mother, and I got my final grades or whatever, and it was me and my mom going back to just make sure we had the keys to the new crib or whatever. So when we went back to get the moving truck with everything, we were straight. The first place we stopped out here was Harris Teeter, right by your crib, right? We driving, we get through Jersey, still mad snow, right? I'm double bundled at this point, and I'm hot that I have to be this bundled. We get to Delaware, all right, lose the first layer. We get to Virginia, taking this off a little bit, put it back on, maybe. We get to Rock. I saw. This is like this is January. When did we leave? We left January 5th was my last day. 7th, January 7th. Coldest shit in New York. Still bunch of snow. Out here, bitches got on short shorts and a crop top. Where the fuck did we move to? California, my guy? Like I shit you not.
How hot was it? Like 70s? 80s?
Yeah, I was thinking it was definitely in the 70s. And
How hot do it get up there?
In the winter?
No. No, I'm just talking about period. Like, how hot does it get?
And sometimes we could break records. Like, it could be like, it feels like 120, be like 111, 113.
In New York?
Yes.
Oh shit.
Hey.
Out here, hold on. This is why I don't like the heat. Like, this is why I don't like being too hot. For me, fall is the best season. If I could wear like a long sleeve and some shorts or whatever, I'm straight. That's my shit.
Oh, you don't know heat out here until you outside on the porch or you see. I'm pretty sure you've seen it. I've
been in Capron, in Franklin, Virginia. Out there, it gets horrible.
People be outside on the porch because it's so hot in the house. With a fan outside. If you don't know how hot it is, or you ain't seen hot until that fan is blowing hot air.
Hot air, yes.
Man,
I get it.
I used to live in Florida, bro.
Oh my God,
that's
Florida.
that's
We used to go back every summer.
Bro,
I got that.
Nah, bro.
Y'all Floridians is just built different.
Y'all niggas see 50 degrees and y'all.
Exactly.
Bro, the first time it snowed, bro. The first time I was
In Florida?
No.
I was about to say, what? I need the gas you off.
dog.
I don't smoke, ladies and gentlemen.
Every comfort in my house wrapped up. It was crazy.
Oh my God.
I cannot take cold to this day. If I'm cold, I just can't function.
What? I sleep in the cold. Like my house gotta be 69.
I keep my room in the icebox.
My house gotta be 69, bro.
My mother, my mother, she likes it being high. Like, she likes to be comfortable.
70. If I turn my shit to 70 in my house, it get hot.
Same
like,
here.
It get more than 70.
Oh, 70, yeah, like over 70 is raps. Like, I'm not comfortable.
Yeah, let me tell you, bro.
Like, my girl has her house, and she Dominican, so the house, I don't know why, her house is hot.
All of them. All of their houses, bro.
I'll be like, damn, babe.
But that's when you get iced tea and you get iced. Even iced water, bro. It tastes ridiculously good and hot if you hot.
I just hate that everywhere we've moved out here, I've always had the hottest fucking room, and I'm someone that likes to freeze. Let me tell you, when the first place we had when we moved out here, I was right next to the front door, so I always got a breeze. Like, cause I opened my window, I felt that. Plus, we was in the back where the shades were, so cool, I got that. Then we moved. I hated in the summertime where we lived in that apartment complex. It was just so hot all the time. I tried switching the rooms. I'm like, okay, it's a little bit better in here. Like yesterday. Yesterday, copy. Yesterday I was in my room and it was today, I'm saying yesterday, it's almost yesterday. Earlier today, it was so hot in my room. I'm like, yo, I know you don't have the house on the 7, you don't have the heat on, it's already 74. You're dragging it. And she was like, I'm trying to mellow out the house. Because, like, you need, like, the upstairs, it low-key works for the downstairs, and the downstairs low-key work for the upstairs, right? But I'm like, yo, I can't go in my room. I'm going to bleed. My nose is going to bleed. I'm going to be sweating. I'm going to cramp up. I don't like it. I'll feel miserable. I went downstairs, stayed down there for like 3 hours. I don't chill in any part of the room, in the house, but my own room. Yeah. Like, if I'm not going out, I'm in my room. Leave me alone. I'm creating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Leave me alone. Unless I come down to eat. That's it. I don't hog the living room. The living room is my old man station. Kitchen and mama's room is hers. Or the guest bedroom if we need to do anything. Whatever. I be in my own room, minding my own business, doing whatever. Doing something. I was so miserable, bro. I went downstairs. I had my sketch pad out. I'm drawing certain shit. I was there for like 2 hours, and I'm like, is this safe to go upstairs yet? Like, when you have to ask yourself that, I'm like, yo, I need my own, bro. Like, I can't, like, I need to have myself, like, comfortable. And I just wasn't comfortable. I'm like, yo. I go upstairs. I open the door. Boom, but clap. I can't even walk in this bitch. So I waited. And then, like, maybe about an hour or so before you got there, it finally started cooling down. Like, you saw I had the fan directly next to my bed when you came in.
Oh, see, you got to be a pro with it. If you're a pro, you know what you do? You put your window up, right?
I don't have any space behind my bed to do that.
Regardless. Listen to me,
bag of ice.
Listen to me.
With some ice. I mean, yeah.
You put your window up.
I did that here.
You put your window up. You put your window up, right? This the window. The fan blows this way. Okay. You put the fan here. Okay. And then what the fan does is takes all the hot air and then blows it back out. So then you're going to have a cool room. I don't know if y'all know that. But
I done tried a bunch of shit. My fan, it just doesn't push a lot of air, and it works, but you have to be up on it to feel it.
Man, that Walmart fan on 3, nigga. That shit on 3.
Right, but my shit, bro. Nah, I kind of wish I would have got that Walmart shit, but
shit, $20.
I know, but I didn't think if I was going to go get it. Like, I had something, I was gonna use it, but I digress. It was just so hot. Like, me and Heat, no. But yeah, man, moving out here though, feeling the weather difference, it was just, I loved it. I loved it at first. I ain't gonna cap. I knew it was different. Came Christmas of 2015. It was 77 degrees Christmas morning. I'm looking outside looking for fucking snow. Looking.
Not here.
Not seeing.
Not here.
I was like, all right.
Hot as hell.
I'm like, do I say Merry Christmas or do I say Merry Heatmas or some shit like that? It's hot, 70. Like Christmas in 70s, like, all right, I can do that. I can go skate. What you talking about? Like, I would make zero excuses for going to go skate back home, no matter the season. Like, we would go out. If we couldn't skate the park in the winter, you know what we did? We went to the Subway, Indoor 3.
Indoor 3, a train station spot. Just skate the stairs, skate flat ground in there. Man. People come, fuck you, move out the way, we still skating.
Skaters some niggas too.
Yeah, I'm a skater, man. Hey, bro, we find anything and just skate that bitch, bro. Especially if you a street skater. If you a park skater, sorry. Street skaters, man, we just, you gotta reinvent. You just gotta do something. I feel like out here you have a lot more park skaters that know how to get it in the streets. I feel like back home we have a lot more street skaters that learn how to get it in at the park. Like, let me say it like this. So, let's say you always come here to hoop, right? This is I'm not gonna say what it was, but we know where we're at. You're always here, you know, you can always like key your way in to go play, whatever. This is your own little private thing, right? Compared to going to say Laurel Hills where it's open to everyone. Right. If you're used to your own private shit all the time, you know what I'm saying, and you go out, how do you behave then? You know what I'm saying? Like you kind of used to having your own space. And that's why I feel like out here we have the ones that skate in their own space, but, you know, learn how to work with everybody else in that space to skate the street. I feel like back home we have more people that skate in the street that don't know how to fucking share space anywhere else because we're
y'all so damn close, nigga. Y'all fucking if you literally if you try to walk side to side on the street, nigga, you bumping somebody.
Bruh, let me tell you, and this is what got me with Tyler. And I feel like if he was just walking and get somewhere to and from in New York, he'd be just fine. I used to have like serious road rage walking behind people. Move your fucking feet. I didn't want to yell in the last years. But you get what I'm saying? Like, if it was a huge crowd of people, move, bro. Like, I never thought I could be behind the wheel because I thought I would just be an asshole all the time.
Move your
and then I got out here. This nigga, I couldn't tell this nigga to slow down enough. Like, and I'm like...
Bruh, I literally walk everywhere.
Bruh, so like he just be gone, bro. I'd be like, all right, I guess I'm slow. And this is before I was even as big as I am now. I'm just like I'm a former track star and I'm slow. Out here, Jesus, like we must not be doing something. But yeah, man, it's just different, dude. But I will say this: I will take Carolina Heat over New York Heat anytime. It's aggressive heat back home. Here. I refuse to go to any beach back home. This guy, I'm doing that.
Well, I'm gonna hate on. It's just a learner's permit. So.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right. You got the set time and shit.
But y'all ain't gotta end it. Y'all finish it up without me, man.
Stay safe, fool.
I thought y'all came together since y'all had these.
No, I came with, but I'm leaving.
Let me know.
Oh.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
All right, so with that said, ladies and gentlemen, our fourth man tonight is headed out. We're going to show him the love. We're going to clap him out. Thank you for being here with us, G. Thank you. I was going to say, please don't forget your stuff. Stay safe. Stay amazing, man. Holla. Right. We will continue. I love how, Dre said he had all of us for something else. Yes, guys. I'm gonna let you rock because I said some dumb shit earlier, so I'm gonna let that dumb shit slide.
And speaking of skateboard, my headphones just did a kickflip. My fault, guys.
You good?
You should have mics since I got a filter on it.
I was gonna say, you might as well just switch over. Switch over there.
By the way,
Be like that sometimes.
Welcome to North Carolina weather, where it was so damn hot earlier, and now it's pouring rain. Do sabe.
Did you get my shoes?
But yeah, guys, this has definitely been an experience living out here, for sure. All right, so I'm curious for both of your sakes. If you could pick, top 3 places you would want to live. Now, when I say this, I want you to think about, raising a family, where you see yourself in like a couple of years. If you could pick 3 places that, if you had to choose between them, where you would live, what would be those 3?
Gotta be warm. Like, I want to go outside. I want it to be like Miami.
Okay.
A great place.
So still Florida, copy.
Florida's like the best place for me. Not California, because it's too like it's like the New York of those hot places. too many people, too many things.
I'll give you that. Okay.
Like I don't want to go outside and see like Tony Hawk doing blunt slides or something like that. Or LeBron.
At least he used the right terminology. Fuck with it.
Yeah, I'm well versed. I don't want to see LeBron, showing up late to a Lakers game.
I'm crying.
I just want to be in my own space with cool, regular people.
Okay. So, all right. So that's what you need for it. What about you, sir?
All right. So listen, right?
He is back, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. So, all right. Florida, definitely a place I wouldn't mind. Somewhere in Florida, maybe Orlando, some shit like that. I don't know. Maybe somewhere in Texas, maybe. I don't know the culture in Texas, so I have to learn it first before I decide on where I reside at. Where else would I? Oh, in Raleigh. Not Raleigh, but somewhere in North Carolina.
Yeah, I get that.
Maybe Raleigh, but I doubt it. But I wouldn't mind as far as raising a family.
Right.
As far as raising a family, I wouldn't mind raising my family in Raleigh for a period of time anyway. Now, as far as living the rest of my life, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Getting the fuck out of here.
Nigga said, I'll come back with my kids,
Like I said, but not even just the fuck out of Raleigh, probably the fuck out of North Carolina in general. Mm-hmm. Like, first I might go to Charlotte maybe first. Or then I get what I gotta do there, then I get the fuck out of here.
I personally feel just weather-wise, like you were saying, for me.
Oh, one more?
Yeah, go ahead.
For business purposes, possibly ATL.
Atlanta? Okay.
Yeah, ATL, Georgia. Business purposes.
Atlanta. I'll go live there too.
I wouldn't live there, but
for business purposes.
Okay, yeah. Like if I had business in Atlanta and I had to have a small little place I could always go to, then yeah, you know what I'm saying? Business in Atlanta would be booming, so that makes sense.
In Texas, right? Texas?
Yeah, Texas too.
Yeah.
For me, you actually said one of mine, which was Texas. I thought about that for years too, and it's crazy. I said I never wanted to move further south, and I'm talking about going to one of the country's places ever. But Texas is one for sure. Probably San Antonio. I got a couple friends that actually moved out to Brownsville, Texas, whatever the fuck. But Texas for sure. Nashville, Tennessee. For music-wise and just creating a family, just having something there, the country culture. I love country music to death. I love every genre, but country holds a different part. And I know what y'all thinking. How the fuck can this shitty-ass dude just have a love for the most exact opposite of him? If you love music, you love music. It doesn't matter. Country music just happens to tell a story, not that I love to listen to. But, and as a content creator who tells stories, duh. But anyway, Texas, Nashville, and if I was to move out right now, just me, myself, and I, probably to Charlotte, because Charlotte is the one place I've been to out here that I'm like, yo, I get around. You know what I'm saying? Like when I went club hopping some years ago with one of my friends, the buses, the trains, not trains, but the bus routes, I could see where everything is. It was city life. It was like, yes, this is my domain. I hate people. I don't want to live here anymore. You know what I'm saying? It was so, they had a bunch of different artsy scenes that I could see. And we went to Charlotte. You could be deep in the city and just venture maybe 30 minutes out, and you get to this not suburban, but this little nook and cranny hood area that was just full of life and art and ink, and it was just, I'm like, yo, they ain't New York, but it got a little shine to it.
You talking about Houston? I mean
Charlotte.
Okay.
I'll put it to you this way. I only been to Charlotte once, but from what I seen the time that I went there.
Also, the skate community that I did see there seemed pretty fucking bust, and I don't skate as much as I used to, but I still skate. Mm-hmm. Skate forever, baby, but it's fucking rad. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I like being somewhere where I can hear something that just is soothing to me. For me, hearing those four wheels hit the ground full speed ahead is just, it's no joke with me, dude. It takes me there, skating destroyed. It takes me there forever. So being able to hear that wherever I go is definitely cool. So being out in the boonies somewhere like out in Cape Horn, Virginia or something, as peaceful as countries it may be, it get too dark. I'm good. I don't want to hear no in the background or something. I'm good on that. People used to call me Bear. I don't need to fucking see one on my porch.
I forgot that.
Like, yeah, you can forget it. Let's forget it. but yeah, fucking city boy.
You know what's funny? In New York, they got Timberlands, and in Texas, they got cowboy boots.
Hey, I was shirting some cowboy boots. Goddamn. No, let me not say let me stop. I probably would, low key. I don't know, man. I wouldn't want to like be rude to the culture or whatever, like, and just like try to like just do it just to be doing it. I would definitely learn about certain shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't be rude to the type where I just said, like, I hope she's listening. She's deaf, like I did earlier. Like, it was very funny, but it was very fucked up. Like, that's not what I was trying to say. I meant to say, I hope she's watching.
Hey, the most fucked up things are funny.
If you don't have a sense of dark humor, man, I don't think we could be friends, man. You gotta have some kind of, like, you know, dark, funny bone in you, to an extent. But, yeah, dude, as long as you're not an insult to the area and to the culture, you're good.
So instead of stomping niggas out in Timberlands, y'all gotta stomp niggas out in cowboy boots.
Tim's, bro. Tim's.
My fault.
Tim's, bro. Tim.
That's an insult to the... I'm just fucking
Hey, bleep it out. I want to go to New York at some point.
Said we might go on tour there one day. Who knows?
Yeah.
One day, you mean we will. What are you talking about?
True indeed. Talking about podcast tour.
As I said, we will go. I don't know what you
Yeah,
mean.
but we also do music.
We will go. I do not discontinue what I said. We will.
Okay. Will as in like 3 months, will, or will
that's
to be
entirely up to
continued?
fate, and that's entirely up to everybody that has something to do with this podcast.
All right, we'll talk about it more off air. Okay.
Sorry, guys, you guys don't get that conversation.
Yeah, that's the film may be recorded in that process, but that's here nor there. However, never doubt yourself. I have a message to pass on. Never doubt yourself, and nobody will give you what you're worth, even when you put your whole life at work. Everything that you do is what you're supposed to do and what you want to do. Hopefully, if you know this. Because as we all know different people from different places. And as far as kind of how we live or lived our lives, we know different people that came from other backgrounds and such, right? So you notice how you may know. Yeah, it'd be like that sometimes. But you know how you may know some people that have been through certain things that you may not imagine or you may not know about. It's just like, damn, how did he or she go through that? But then you realize that what they had to do to get through that time, like Tyler earlier, he literally woke up 3 o'clock in the morning, walking. People say, yo, I can't, I'm too tired to drive. My nigga, what? You too tired to just take me home, nigga? I walk to work every fucking day, nigga. 3 in the morning.
Talking about you too tired.
I used to wake up 5 in the. I used to wake up that same time to get in the mountain job at the gym I used to work at. I was only going there 1 day a week at that time, but still, I was doing that and going to school, and sometimes hooping, and sometimes doing music shit. So I understand that grind. I understand that hustle. But you only work as hard as you know you can when you know you got to do it. But we all have different situations, so I can't say, oh, that person not working hard because he or she may not know how to do it. And you don't know where they come from, where they're trying to go. So they may not be able to learn the same way you can. You can give all the motivational treatment you want, but you don't know where they come from. You don't know how they're in the situation that they're in. Some people are dealt a bad hand at birth, and they can't do nothing about it. Some people cannot change after a certain point, so that's why you gotta just let them go. Just let them go. You gotta let things go, let people go. But sometimes, in order for you to get farther, you gotta revisit.
Here we go.
Damn, I didn't even mean to say that over the mic. It just got real for me.
Sometimes you got to revisit in order to figure out where you come from. You got to figure out that to know where you're going. So that's pretty much what it is. A lot of things in life that we know that we do that we really can and will build on, but in order to do that, we got to realize who raised us and who made us be who we became, because that's what's going to make us who we are in the future. Never doubt yourself. Never not believe in yourself. Always say that you can do something. Always say that you will do something that you know you can and want to do. Anything you put your mind to, you will do it. That's pretty much all I had to say on that. It was random, but
no, it was definitely well said, my man. 100%. Like, y'all heard me suck my teeth about. Oh yeah, hold on. You right. Go ahead and thank you. Go ahead, yeah. Like I was just getting ready to say, y'all heard me suck my teeth, bro, just now. Excuse me, my mother hates that. Just now, just a second ago. If y'all don't get that joke, don't worry about it. It was kind of out there. Anyway, y'all heard me suck my teeth because it's the point of revisiting. It's the point of revisiting that's always frightening because you don't know. You know, you walk the unknown. You just don't know, like, what you're walking into. Like, did you really leave on good terms with this person? You know what I'm saying? Or is it really the right time to go back? You don't know until you go. And if you don't want to go, it's probably not time yet. You know what I'm saying? You have to trust your gut. You have to really believe in yourself. Like, for example, Jerry knows this. There are a couple things that I'm still holding on. I can't even say I guess I'm holding on to. There's some things I'm holding on to. Yeah, certain things I'm still holding on to that I haven't 100% taken care of the best way simply because of how I left. Like, I remember when I left, and this goes back to my point. I remember when I left, like, for the longest, I had a bunch of people hitting me up, and I didn't know. Like, I had people apparently coming back to my old apartment in Queens, like, yo, I tried to come, like, ring on the buzzer, but, I got no response. Y'all thought about trying to bring you some soup. Are you good? Are you hurt? You in the hospital? Is it family? Or are you in jail or something? You go to Rikers? Like, what's good with you? Are you
damn, they got you in the Rikers?
No, not me personally.
You're a minor, my nigga. Like, at the time, you was a minor.
Yeah, but you get my point. Like, I just threw Rikers out there. I'm not like juvie or something.
Oh, all right.
But like, well, they would have tried me as a fucking adult. Do you see me? Anyway. But no, like, people would check on me, like, wonder if I got in trouble or something. And it's crazy because the one person I wanted to hear from, I definitely heard from a lot. And I used something they sent me as a memento and as motivation to push me there. That's why it's always so scary to go back. Do you still have what you once had? Like, is that always going to be there? Or is it just in your head? And it comes to that reality, whatever it was or who it was it all in your head? Just on your end? You know what I'm saying? This is why, like, I had a friend of mine, we were out to eat sometime last year, and I was recording all of us, right? Now, I got a good memory as is, but I would hate to develop, like, schizophrenia or something, or offset stages of dementia, start losing that memory. What will I have to show that this meant anything? You know what I'm saying? I'd rather hurt that I can't remember, but have pictures to see that it happened. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm always, taking photos or something. Like, if you notice, a lot of the big group pictures that you see that I post, I'm not in them. I'm the one that took them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to put yourself in that moment to be in it. Like, that's why I love filming and shit. But like I said, when you go back, will it feel like you're taking steps backwards? Or have you grown enough to move forward in this old area? You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I never wanted to move back to New York unless I had something
unless I have something to offer my city. And one thing I can offer is myself, the company, like the KQPC. That's something I'm so proud of that I God forbid, it just doesn't go the way I want it to. I pray that, the next person that had something similar in mind, I can tell my story about what I did so they can learn from my mistakes so they can get it. That's something I can offer. You know what I'm saying? Like Tyler with Prolific. He's already off to a good start. He has a good mindset on it. He has a drive. We heard the stories. We know some of the stories about him. We know the drive and the ethic is there. Just got to make sure he does it. With me, I can make excuses a lot, but I'm still physically doing. My mind just doesn't stop at one thing. And that's what worries me. When I go back, will I get stuck in one place? Or will I be able to move around like no one's even watching? Because that's how it should be. Move around like no one's watching. Keep people guessing. You know what I'm saying? But until that time comes where I'm 100% at or even just 90%, oh, you think this is what I'm doing? Okay, cool. Oh, you're looking for a micro expression? You're not going to find one. Keep guessing. You know what I'm saying? Micro expressions, little facial tics you make. Just little points at human behavior, just watching it. But still, it's a lot. I sucked my teeth at it because it's he's right. Sometimes we hold on and we just can't move forward. And sometimes it's not our brain telling us it can't. It's our heart. So I'm curious with y'all. I'm going to start with you. Is there anything past or present that you feel like you're going to struggle holding on to or letting go of? Or a person? You don't got to say who it is. If it's a what, can you talk about it? And what can you talk about?
Well, yeah, I can talk about it. It's been a person I had a relationship with, like girlfriend, boyfriend type shit. And it's we went through it. It was one of the stages in our lives when we were still growing, like high school, just got into college, stuff like that.
Right.
It's so many things went wrong. There's when this person tries to come back in my life now, it's I realize I can't just say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happened. It's I'll never forget what happened. And it's all the things I did, you know what I'm saying? I'll never forget. And it just becomes too much. But it got people in my life saying that was the best or the happiest I've seen you is with this person. Or where is this person at? Why haven't you better not let anyone take her. You know what I'm saying? It's I'm in a position, it's sometimes I feel they love the person more than I do, the more than I can't explain why. I just can't, it just won't work.
You feel like you're giving 100% of the 80% you have to give them, and they're not giving their fair share back to you.
Yeah, it's it's nothing we can, it's no matter what we do, we even try to link up. It's just we know it's there's a good reason we broke up, and it's not gonna, that's not gonna change. Even though we might have changed a little bit or whatever, we can't forget.
History.
Can't fucking forget.
That's real. One thing, or two things. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make it three. One thing I can't forget with someone. I met this girl years ago when I was still in middle school, right? And there was something about her. I met her in the subway, which is crazy. We went to the same middle school together. And fast forward some years later, she would actually end up being my girlfriend, but and one of the closest people and coolest people I've ever met. One of my homies, my boy Brandon, we used to call him Brandon Sleepy because he was just sleeping all the damn time. He was dating one of her friends or whatever, and he pulled me downstairs. He was like, bro, I know you've been having a tough time with some of these shorties here. I'm going to show you how to really finesse, how to talk to them. You ever, you know what I'm saying? He was one of those dudes, right? He was being funny, but he was being serious. He wanted me to do what he did to get her to, talk to me. But he knew her. He stopped her or whatever, and I remember I saw her turn around. I'm like, all right, she's very cute. She's very pretty. And she started talking, you know, cute little Puerto Rican chick or whatever. And yes, I have a type. It was like, all right, you know, what do I say to her? I didn't know what the fuck I was gonna say to her. So I listened to what he said. He was like, hey, how you doing? What's up? And she was just looking at him like, okay. Like how she would any nigga. I've seen her do it in person. You know what I'm saying? She was just looking at him. He's like, well, word, like, you don't gotta be rude and nothing like that. I'm just trying to talk to you, just trying to see how you are, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's your name? My name Chris, whatever. Just like doing it like that. And he's like, all right, you try. I was like, yo, my bad, don't listen to this nigga right here. And she's like, I'm not, don't worry. I'm like, look, I'm Trav. And she told me her name. Like, she shook my hand or whatever. I looked at him and I kissed her hand or whatever. Who the fuck does that? I was like 12 or 13 doing some shit like that. Like, I did it. It was different. And that always stuck with her. Apparently.
You was a natural, my nigga.
I don't know about all of that. Don't do that to me.
You a natural, my nigga. When you in your bag, you a natural.
Whatever the fuck that means. Anyway, I kissed her hand or whatever. And I remember I would love spending time with her. I remember I would leave certain classes that I didn't need to be in like that and go chill with her in the cafeteria because we had different lunches. And I remember I was chilling with her. It was me and mad Spanish people like me, Candy. Shout out my homegirl Candy from back in the day. But it was me, Candy, and a few other people that we knew, Ashley. And then it was the girl I was close to, the girl I wanted to date. It was like she was literally sitting on my lap talking to one of her friends or whatever. And I was messing with my iPod Touch at the time, like one of the OG iPods. And I heard, like, oh shit, gang in here, whatever. And I'm like, oh my God. So she's still not sitting on my lap, right? Let me tell you how certain New York niggas are, bro. Especially if they don't respect you. Niggas will try to bag your girl while they're sitting right next to you. Like, niggas will really try to do that. Like, yo, you don't see me here, nigga? Like, oh, you someone? My bad, you someone to see? Oh, all right. Like, niggas is really grimy anyway. But, yeah, so they come in or whatever. And he was like, oh, you cuffed up. Yeah, like, okay. And you got you a Spanish joint, whatever. And I'm like, oh, that's my girl, whatever. They looking at her, whatever. Because apparently she made a face at me when I said it. Like, that's not my girl. Because, one, we had never talked about it. And it seemed like every time I wanted to talk about it, she didn't. Like, you know, she didn't talk about it. But it was just funny because, like, they was like, oh, you know, trying to push up on her, being, like flirty but funny, but, like, not really trying to bag, but just trying to see what kind of reaction I got. And this dude, Edward, my boy Ed, man, he came up. He was trying to speak, and he's like, he just had this thing. He would just look over his glasses the most nerdist way, but it was so fucking funny. Like, you couldn't not laugh at the nigga. So he would just drop his glasses like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Just raise his eyes up. And he said, I'm Edward, what's up? Trying to speak game. She was like, I'm occupied. And it was just like, all right. And then came graduation or whatever. She wrote her number in my yearbook twice, and like I'll remind her about it, and she'll just laugh it off like, oh my God, whatever. And it's funny, at that time I had met someone else that I would eventually date years later too. Like, I saw this person, there was just something familiar about this other girl, and I was like, this goes into the three things that I can't let go of. That's always gonna be there, right? But or have let go of, but it's still there. You can't forget, like you were saying. So we already met girl A.
Girl A, all right.
Girl B. When I wasn't dating girl A, because we weren't at the time, girl B, it was something familiar about her. Like, I knew I could place her, but I just couldn't place her where. Like, she just gave off this aura. Like, I know I've seen you from somewhere, but I know I haven't seen you. You know what I'm saying? Left it alone. Plus, you know, kids back home were dickheads. You know, for a guy or whatever when we were younger, you couldn't talk to a girl that was a grade lower than you. You had to talk to a girl your grade or above because, like, oh, why you mess with the young girls, whatever. Like, you should be spending gaming good enough to do not important shit. You know what I'm saying?
Keep in mind, historically, no one really dates at their age anyway.
Anyway, right. But
that's like some new shit, to be honest with you.
Right.
Long as the women are above consent age, whatever that is.
18,
it gets nasty.
Now,
but
I don't talk to anybody that's under than 20 and 21, dude. Like, if you just turned 20, kind of pushing it. But I'll be 23 in like 3. Oh my God, I'll be 23 in 3 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm a big dude. The fuck I look like holding someone that's like teeny weeny that's like 19. Like, the fuck? No. Yeah. Like, not that I care about what anybody else sees with what I got, because what we got is what we got, but like, and for my own head or whatever, like just for me, yeah, I'm kind of, especially in North Carolina, dude, I'm very skeptical. But anyway, back to the paid programming. Girl B, like, it was something familiar about her. And I remember one Valentine's Day, and I have a shitty Valentine's Day. Fuck Valentine's Day. I don't give a fuck about it. Anyway, because why show love one day out of 365 days a year? It's retarded.
Mom said the same shit.
It's irrelevant. I'm gonna love you this one day more than I do on our anniversary. You're dumb. Goodbye. Anyway, plus me and that day got bad history. I'm not gonna go into detail on it. That's something for outside the podcast. But anyway, I digress. I had sent this girl 2 flowers.
Nah, fuck, keep going.
You good, bro?
Yeah, I'm good.
I had sent this girl like 2 flowers or whatever. Like they were doing some like candygram shit in school, and I sent it to her. I never knew her name, but I pointed her out, and I'm like, yo, I want you to give this to her or whatever. Don't say who it's from. Notice I said, don't say who it's from. I'm like, yeah, I'm too. You know what I'm saying? Where I had confidence with girl A, it seemed I lacked it with girl B entirely because she was one a lower grade, and I was still, peer pressured into not talking to someone that was in younger grade. So after graduation or whatever, time for high school. So here comes girl C, right? We met in high school. We're really close. Probably shouldn't give too many details because who knows if she'll ever listen in. She's in the book, by the way. So when you guys get a copy of my book, just so you know that that's the name of the title, you'll probably figure out who's who. Maybe. Anyway, we were really close, and me and a friend were just talking about her yesterday too. Like, that's someone you definitely, if you would have stayed, I'm pretty sure you two would have ended up together. But that's not the point. Point is, girl C came along freshman year of high school and opened my mind to a whole new just set of possibilities. Right? Changed my life. And kept changing my life. She became my first, not like sex or anything, but she became a first. And she became something consistent. She became a great just person to have in your corner regardless. There hasn't been a single fight where we just never bounced back or whatever. Or just came back to each other like, that was fucking retarded. That was stupid. Like, yeah, we good? Are you sure we good? All right. Like, there's nothing that I wasn't gonna do for her that she didn't have to ask me for, and vice versa. Fast forward the next year, my sophomore year, girl B comes to my school as a freshman. Now, I've told girl C all about girl B before. Like, there was this one girl I knew, yada yada. I don't really say anything to her, but she looked good. She comes to my school as a freshman. And here's where my issue comes in. I'm a planner, right? Like, I'm an overanalyzer. I like to profile things. I like to try to see if I have a chance with certain things, right? You pick and choose your battles. Pick your weapon, pencil or a sword. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking was chilling, and I remember girl C was talking to me. She was like, trying to get my attention. She said my name or whatever. And I'm like, what? She was like, who are you staring at? I'm like, no one. I was trying to play it off. Knew I was lying. Who are you staring at? I'm like, no one. She's like, she looks new. I'm like, I don't know who you're talking about. Still trying to like play it off. Oh, she's a freshie. Like, do you know her? I'm like, no. She would never let it go, mind you. She kept on me about it for like a week. Because she would catch me slipping, looking at her or whatever. But she would never see when I'm looking at her, that type of way. Plus, she was dating someone else, and who she was dating, that was kind of like very trippy for me to talk about because I love this person to this day. That's my homie. So regardless, like, they knew how I felt about this person, and we talked about that. But, yeah. It was just, this
me and C couldn't happen. So what's to say me and B couldn't happen? You know what I'm saying? Like, that was just totally off limits. I couldn't do anything about that. Girl B, this is someone I saw before who was interested in and never did anything about. And I told myself when I graduated, if I ever saw either one of these two again, I'd make my move. Fast forward, we started school in September. October, me and her started talking, and then November 16th, 2013, I started, I gave myself 3 days to ask her out. Like, I worked out super hard. I ran longer than I typically would. I bust my ass in wrestling practice. And the next day, I did the same, but I kind of just rested my body a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then the morning of November 19, 2013, about 8 o'clock in the morning, yes, my memory is that good, I found her, and I was talking to her, and I was like, look, you don't got to give me an answer now. That's something about me, too. I even did that to my prom date years ago. Like, I told her she didn't have to answer me on the spot, just like, get back to me if you got an answer. So, one, they can really think about it, and two, so I don't got to get rejected over it. Nah, I'm just playing.
Swagged out because the bag got you.
Swagged out because the bag. But, I asked her, I was like, look, I've been thinking about this for a while. I don't know if you felt the same, but I never told her that I knew her from middle school. I'm saying never told her any of this. But I asked her out, and she got ready to give me an answer. And I'm like, no. That's not what you're not about to do. I want you to talk to me later, find me later, even if it's not today, maybe tomorrow. Actually think about it, so you can give me an answer. And it was killing me all day to figure out what she was going to say. And she said, okay, smiled, walked away. I'm like, all right. I turned around. I got ready to say, never mind, do you have an answer now? And she was gone, like just straight gone. I'm like, well, you know what I'm saying? Fair, right? Like, how would you react to something like that? You think you're saying the right thing, but then you don't know. I'm saying, like, what do you do? Like, do you tell a person wait, or do you just all right, fuck it, I said what I said. Let's see what happened. Exactly.
Yeah, you can't just never take it back. Just
exactly.
Be strong.
Exactly. You got to be strong. I saw this girl everywhere I went. Like, it's not like I saw her one weekend and then said, oh, I'm gonna meet you at this spot next day or whatever. I saw her all throughout the day. So I'm spending all my time with girl C I'm spending all my time with girl C, whatever. We're very close. Just to get my mind off of girl B. Like, plus me and girl C we're just really cool friends to begin with. We were the best of friends. So at the end of the day, like after the cafeteria, after lunch or whatever, I had went downstairs. I saw her in class and she waved at me like saying, "Hey, hey," and I was like, "Fuck it." I'm like, "Hey, I said, did you come up with an answer?" And like she started to go in the door. She paused. She turned around. She was like, "Yeah, I did." I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, I like that. I really like that." And I'm like, "All right, cool." It doesn't process to me when good shit happens to me until like moments later. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever get hurt or whatever and it don't hit you right off rip? Like, you'll fucking, like, let's say you cut your hand or something, not paying attention. You go to do something.
Oh, you mean
like,
physically hurt? Like,
just in general. Like, yeah, physically hurt for that matter. Like, let's say you cut yourself or whatever. You go to touch something. You're like, what the fuck? Like, when did I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever have one of those reactions?
Every time I get out the pool or some shit like that.
Exactly. That's what it was for me when it was something like mental or emotional. It was just like, it was never immediate. It took a second to process. So she said yes, but in my mind, I'm like, okay, she doesn't have an answer. I walked away. I got a girlfriend? I've got a girlfriend. Not that he played the claps for me anyway. Yeah, I'm like, all right, I got a girl or whatever. I'll wait for her or whatever. And here, this is a genuine question before I go on. How do you feel about your close female friends being friends with your girlfriend?
I don't have any close female friends, so I wouldn't have that issue.
Okay. All right, so if you did, how do you feel about that?
If I did, shit, why?
What do you mean?
Nah, like, why y'all friends?
Oh, okay. So, how would you feel about it?
I have no idea. I have no idea. Because I know she would keep her mouth shut about it. I don't know. I have no idea.
All right, so I knew my best friend, which was girl C, would look out, and she would try to be a mediator, like how I often was for her and her boyfriend or whatever. And she would also be very friendly with them. Like, this is how I knew it was over, bro. Like, the next day, I hadn't got my girl's number yet. Like, we were just always talking in school, whatever. Whenever I see her, I try to spend as much time with girl B as I could. So, the next day, I'm in history class or whatever. I see her, whatever. I kiss her, whatever. She kissed me. I get ready. I go into my class, and she walks away. But I almost said her name. I see girl C, like, outside the door talking. I'm like, no. Please, no. Dear God, no. Because I had a thing for girl C for the longest. But I'm trying to move on. I don't want someone I used to like and I'm currently dating friends with someone I kind of had a thing for. You know what I'm saying? I trust myself, but I don't trust the situation. Because you never know who's going to start catching feelings for what, who's going to get mad over what, who's going to get jealous of what. And girl B was definitely jealous. You know what I'm saying? You've seen pictures. You've seen how close me and girl C were, friendship-wise or whatever. But to someone that just, like, looks at it off rip, you're like, okay, either they're really best friends, like, really close, or, maybe they're dating. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and that's why I didn't want it. And especially because, okay, girl C was the person I had my first kiss to. There's the first. I can openly say that. I don't care. And with saying first, like, there's always going to be a funny feeling, or you could just be like, oh, I did that, whatever. But because of who this person was and who they were to me, especially at that time, it was like, this is my first kiss, like, awesome. You know what I'm saying? Like, it meant something to me. And then the friendships progressed, like, through the years or whatever. It meant something. But girl C and girl B became friends. This goes back to the whole memories and shit, right? Like, what's important. I promise you, these stories have a meaning. Girl C comes in the room, comes in my classroom with girl B's number written on a piece of paper, and she writes it on my hand, right? And her like, yeah, you and girl C, like, okay. And it was like, no. And if I would have said I wish, that'd just be like, whoa, like, don't take that the wrong way. I love who I'm with, but like at the same time, like, this is someone I've like been really close with for a while now. So shit went south. Dated, broke up. Okay, I'll take that back. I broke up with her first time. Got back together. My Latina friend I told you about, my two Latina friends I told you about, did not like girl B. None of my female friends liked girl B, right? At all. At all. They even tried to do certain shit to me to try to break us up. No, I've never cheated, but they would just do spiteful shit in front of girl B to piss her off. Give them a reason to do something. Especially one, but I'm not going to name drop her. But yeah, it went south. Girl B ended up messing with someone I know and I'm cool with to this day. But she didn't know I was cool with to this day. So it's like, you were so worried about me doing something with girl C or whatever that you're only hiding your own mistakes. Like, I was never doing anything with C. She was the first, that was it. I was loyal to you. Like, just like, and this is why I always, like, people always worry about having female friends. If you don't trust who you're dating, stay away from them. Or let them know. Like, I have issues for this reason. You know what I'm saying? You read some of the book. You read first couple chapters. You even said to me that now I see why you're like this. Now I see why you were like this or do certain things. But anyway. Here comes girl A. Remember the Spanish chick I was talking about? Me and girl B break up. You would think, okay, girl C, is she available? No. Girl A goes to school right up the block from me. We end up meeting, like catching up with each other. First date. We went to the movie theaters, and if you from where I'm from, whatever, like, or even if you had a first date at the movie theaters, some things happen, and some things, you just, we ain't gonna talk about it. Anyway.
So, girl B is your ex now?
Yes, girl B is my ex now, right?
So, she went from B to X. Okay, cool.
Right. Exactly. Now, Girl A, she's in the picture.
Right.
Girl B is still into me, but I'm 100% devoted to girl A. Like I said, if I'm with you, I'm with you.
But why?
What do you mean?
I don't know.
She was
X
just
comes after Y, X, Y. I don't know.
So the reason why my ex at that time was still into me or whatever is because she realized she had something and she did something wrong. And granted, I broke up with her twice. First reason, something totally stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of dumb. But it was my own personal self-doubt. Second reason, I saw how jealous you were and you didn't trust me. All my friends were not virgins. All of them are already fucking. I was the only one that was still just chilling. You know what I'm saying? But you worried about me. You already was doing X, Y, and Z with fucking Tim Tebow, Duck, Quacky Quack, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Yo, piss off. You know what I'm saying? You're masking your own guilt, trying to place something on me. So, but I was still a fool. I still had feelings for girl B or whatever. But girl B tried to do something while I was dating girl A. And because it was just getting real tricky, I ended things with girl A. Technically, we never broke up. So we have a long running joke about it, saying we've been cheating on each other with different people for the past 8 years or whatever. But we separated or whatever. And me and girl A never got back together. Right? Girl C started dating these other dudes, and I'm looking like Rob Van Dam in the middle of the ring, choose me now. Because honestly, a lot of people always thought that me and C were going to be together or were together. I don't know what happened, but I ended up leaving, and that was that. I ended up moving out here. So girl A, B, and C both have nothing to do with it.
Did girl A get some D?
Cut it out, please.
I'm using the whole alphabet.
No. Technically, girl A did see her way to some D.
Okay.
She definitely did see her. Okay. Girl A was the first person that ever started doing anything. She was the first for a lot. She wasn't the first when it came to sex or whatever.
Oh.
I so wish. That's the one I did. No, I could say that. Girl A was definitely the one I wish I would have lost my virginity to, but besides that, no. You're young. You experiment. You learn certain shit. You learn how to do certain shit. You learn, when it comes to kissing, you learn how to, you French, lip bite, whatever. Pull hair. Just simple shit that, it turns a girl on. Those memories that I told you, each one of them had an impact from early on. Girl B, for example, when I moved out here, girl B was a junior, I was a senior, right? And a friend of mine sent me a snap of those two together just chilling. I'm with your girl or whatever. I'm that's not my girl, don't do that. Fuck that bitch, she's toxic. She really was. Shit, you not. She's still look kind of good now, but she's toxic as fuck. And mad people say, "Shut up, Dre. You already know who it is." But she's toxic, right? So I was fuck up. She had on this outfit that screamed, "I know you." When I was in third grade, I drew this girl, right? There was this dream I had where I saw this girl wearing the exact same outfit, dating this older guy that looked like me, and they were at this park together. And I kept having that dream for years until I actually met this girl. And as I said, it was something eerily familiar about her. I just couldn't place it.
Oh,
I told my brother about it. I shared with him the dream. He's seen me draw it out. So when I got that snap and I opened it, I replayed it, I screenshot it. I'm yo, send me something else. Where are y'all? We're we're at Kings Park. I'm thinking back to my dream. As I said, I write everything down. I go back to my notes. I saw where I drew the park out, what it looked like. That girl I saw in my dreams years before I dated her.
Wow.
And that shit was so bad. That just proves, the girl in your dreams may not be the girl of your dreams. You know what I'm saying? Don't get your hopes up. That was toxic. Girl A, beautiful person all around. All in all, I would love Like, if we ever got back together, she could have my kids. I could see a future with her. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's been years. Like, she was something very positive. Girl C, we're not going to talk about her.
Oh, she took an L.
No, not at all. I did. But,
okay. All right.
Not even in a bad way. I'm here still.
So you took an L. Okay.
No, yeah, you took I love this dude. You took an L. Okay.
TBC.
No TBC. Here we go. You don't cross the L. No, I'm stop. But hence taking trips to New York and going backwards. Yeah, we're not going to talk about it. Anyway, but nah, it was an experience. Like, that's something that
NYBRB.
Here we go. At the end of the day, those are, like I said, those are experiences. I have a bunch of stories and stuff I could tell, stories from other friends that I've related and gone through certain shit. But that's something that's always gonna stick with me. What happened to me here? You both were here while it was going on. That shit, I'm never fuck you, but like, I don't have no problems with you. We don't talk, we're not cool, or whatever. Plus, I found you end up doing some shady shit anyway. Yeah. You could blow the grip, you know what I'm saying? Especially what could have happened to everybody in this room right now during this podcast, like, a few years ago. Oh. Yeah, exactly. Like, now, if I would have listened to a certain somebody,
oh, man,
maybe I could have dodged it. Well, we technically did dodge bullets. Technically, we did dodge bullets. But, like, if I would have listened, there would have been no bullets to dodge. You know what I'm saying? Well, not for us, maybe. But anyway, I digress. Like that's something we lived through that we will remember. That I will remember. You know what I'm saying? Because I got looked at differently. Shit was said about me even after I left. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, certain things you hold on to, and it's always scary to go backwards because it's like, have you made it through that? I know that was a bunch of stories, but as y'all see, I brought it back to what we were originally talking about. So,
yeah, you good, G.
Yeah.
Which is why you need your own damn podcast, man.
Yeah, I fucking took over. I'm so sorry. Shit happens.
As they say, CS coming soon. Damn it.
I guess.
What you mean? Nigga, you just fucking talk for about almost a damn, like 45 minutes just now.
45 minutes?
No, I did not talk that.
That was like 30. 20.
Like about
like
20 minutes, maybe.
All right, it's about 30. About 30.
20 on the high.
Max.
20 on the high, yeah.
I was gassing a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. I was gassing it. I ain't gonna lie.
Turn the camera away from my face.
Yikes.
He saw it.
What is wrong with you? No, eats nothing.
East side, but I like West Side Gun, so.
Okay.
Nigga, we're not gang people, sir. We don't rep that.
Fuck your clip.
We live on the
East side, nigga. You can still jag it, nigga.
We live in the South, technically.
Excuse me. Well, yeah, y'all can have that.
This East Coast nigga over here. But
Didn't I just see this bitch pop?
You gotta relax, sir. All right, listen. Since we've been going on for a while, y'all have any last words?
Shout out to the Kings Queens Project Company. That's at the Kings Queens Project Company on Instagram. Keep a lookout for YouTube content. Keep a lookout for more things to come with Prolific Studios. T-shirts will be made. I'm helping and assisting with the graphics and logos. So keep your eye on that. Your boy is keeping multiple shit going on. And yeah, that's it on my end. Oh, if you're looking for a writer, definitely come check me out. And like I said, go ahead and show love to Ashley Wetland. That's ASHLEYWETTLIN on Instagram. Go check out her music. Hit her up. I promise you won't regret. She has an amazing voice. Go show her some love.
Yo, what you got to say?
Nothing. Just follow me on young_Pluto08 on Instagram. And like I said, mathematics, physics, hit me up.
You got any music coming soon?
I got a few songs coming out.
So, about time. Okay. All right. Okay.
Mixed by yours truly.
Okay. For sure. All right. Pretty much. Hold on. Wait a second. We gonna take. Hold on. Wait. Gotta change the battery right quick. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some motherfucking.
Are we gonna do the outro?
Extra pimping. I got a last message I want to say to the peoples. Okay. Right quick. I got a last little tidbit I want to say to the peoples. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, never mind. I can't say what I say.
Actually, never mind. Battery's low on the battery, so we're not even gonna do that shit. However, appreciate y'all people for coming through. Appreciate it. Appreciate y'all for coming through, doing everything that you like. And hold that. Gotta hold that for a second. Appreciate y'all for coming through, doing what you like.
It went black for a second. I was like, whoops.
Oh yeah. If you got your hand over that little corner spot, that's yeah. Appreciate y'all for coming through, man. And remember, man, love is I ain't gonna say subjective, but you may not know how to love somebody. That's okay. Do what you gotta do until it's time for you to learn. It may take a while. You may have to figure it out through other means, but just know you will always be you, and you always got to do you until the end. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all for listening to this, and I'm more new tonight. D.Z.N Podcast on Instagram, DZN Podcast Network on YouTube, DZN Podcast on all podcast platforms, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all other podcast platforms, and RETRO, on Instagram, me, Retro Dre. And if you want to check out my website, retrosoundwavmedia.com. And yeah, if y'all want to look for videos, music, and possibly photography, video editing, holla at me. Look at myself on retrosoundwavemedia.com. Yeah, Retro Soundwave Media, LLC, the owner, right here. And appreciate y'all, man. We are out. Nas, NV.Z_. Check him out as well. All right. Out this motherfucker. Yeah, dig.